I'm telling you, that's what it is. When she is forced to like stretch her brain muscles.
Let me see what she sent me.
Just 1 second, real quick, because I'm listening. I'm like trying to manage a million things at one time, but I just want everybody to know I have family that is that works directly for the county of Burnett County. Took one phone call with his name to have them push from that side. So just wanted to let you guys know.
Some more things are making sense. I now know why you wanted me to get my phone confiscated so bad. It all makes sense. You are the one that pulled Augie's nudes. You're the one that found her family.
Thank you, Raven.
And sent the nudes to her family. You're the one that sent nudes to one of her cousins who's a minor. Oh, man. That's bad. You went to 3 different sites to pull Augie's nudes. Not only that, but you sent them to your friend Jane. She can do way better edits than I have time to do or patience. Only we know that Jane is not a she. This is a non-Jane. Please tell Mama McQuay, Steve +++ story, that he was a non-Jane, acting as a woman. But that's not the only thing about Steve +++, is it, Christy? This is Mr. Steve +++'s charge. So you sent Augie's nudes to a man who was charged with sex with a child age 16 or older.
I don't think I can watch this. I think I'll get live banned. Good morning, Miss Wendy. Did you enjoy the unsolicited picture of my butt that you received last night? Where's everybody at? Roll call, damn it. We got to get this party started.
It's overwhelming for her. If the gray matter isn't mattering, yeah, it is. It's very overwhelming for her, and I think that's why she just has anger problems.
I want to clip that part where she said if the gray matter isn't mattering, because her gray matter is going to stop mattering here in a minute.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. When she is forced to like stretch her brain muscles, it's overwhelming for her. If the gray matter isn't mattering, yeah, it is. It's very overwhelming for her, and I think that's why she just has anger problems. Okay, Brittany.
The fucking best entertainment I've had was the live. Oh my god.
Who does that? Seriously. It's one thing to make a joke and people laugh at it. It's another thing to tell a joke that is so funny you're laughing while you're telling it. But none of what you are about to hear this woman say is funny. And it's certainly not as funny as she is acting like it is. She's acting like she can't breathe. She's like laughing through her tonsils, and it's just not funny. And this is a weakness of Brittany Ann's. I've actually come to think that if she's doing this while she's telling her story, she's lying. I've always said humor resonates with people. That's why I joke a lot. But when I joke, I'm also telling the truth. So it's not only funny to people, but the truth resonates with them. And they remember that. This woman sounds like she just sounds like a complete fucking idiot when she does this shit. Listen to this.
The fucking best entertainment I've had was the live. Oh my god. Live when East and Abilene were trying to fucking show their work out loud.
You must have missed it.
Abilene was
Does she understand that nobody is laughing with her, at her? They're kind of, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in this live and nobody is laughing. It's actually creepy. Listen again.
Abilene were trying to fucking show their work out loud.
You must have missed it.
It was like Adelie was like trying. She was like, yeah, we're gonna have her come in on. Or it was just a cop.
No, I don't remember that. I think I was busy on her birthday.
That was a good way to describe it, Brittany.
Oh yeah, and then because of the day after gift her and she lost her.
Did they just use like a Google Street View?
No house. I can tell you exactly what night it was. I can tell you the time. Real ballsy, like you're.
I would be highly entertained if that happened here.
They made sure they stood across the street to take the photo.
They stood
I'll
across
make
the
sure
street.
it's fireproof. I'll make sure Special Officer Jennifer didn't.
We're looking for a particular history lesson that Sam gave us day before yesterday about the Civil War.
You're gonna funny, but she mentioned the other day on live that someone sent her husband a muzzle. A muzzle? Yeah. You can keep your dog or something quiet or something.
Oh, I thought it was a muzzle he used in his business. You know, the one he was arrested for.
Oh, the John. For the fucking.
Oh, like a gag ball. Oh,
Yes,
oh,
I was
my
trying
God.
not to say it without saying it.
Brittany's got you.
Oh, that's so funny. God.
Sometimes I got a little dirty mind. Sorry.
Oh,
Tell Bella. She'll know that stuff.
But Augie showed a text where, like, East got mad if anybody got gifts, like, that were intended for her or more than her. Like, she would, like freak out about it.
She's broke.
What are they doing? Oh, the internal affairs told me, guys, they are doing an investigation. Yeah, that's.
And then they told me they told me everything about their internal investigation. I know exactly what's going on. I know what they're doing. They told me all their secrets. It's not internal unless I'm involved.
But no one's allowed to know but her and Craig.
Yeah.
So it's just for her and Craig. And that's the part that upset me the most earlier with Dodge's life, is that he drops East and he drops Brittany if they don't want to provide accurate receipts. But he let Craig say all of that and go, and I've got it. I've got the proof. I've got the screenshot. I've got the conversation, but didn't show nothing.
While he was
Oh, let's see, where's it at? Let's see, Witchy's titties. Y'all know me, I have to stop.
No, and I've got it. I've got the proof. I've got the screenshot. I've got the conversation, but it didn't show nothing.
And this is what Craig showed. He showed proof that Courtney messaged him and showed him where Brittany had engaged with her, basically talking shit to her. He showed proof where the troll account came in and basically threatened her. Anybody got any questions about whether Craig showed receipts?
While he was absolutely misquoting what was said in those text messages, 1,000% misquoting.
Yeah, at one point I was counting the lies, and then I lost count when I yelled, "You're a liar, liar," out loud while I was at work.
Stop it. He even said we stood in the lobby and we were looking at prices of hotels. And I can prove that. How, Craig? How? How?
So, damn it, Paris. That is crazy. That's okay. Okay, so listen, Ace was in a live. This is the funniest thing to me. I hope, whatever. Okay, I'm going to say it anyway. I wasn't going to say anything but I'm sure she's already sent it in or whatever. So East was in a live talking about an affidavit. Was it East or Augie? Maybe it was Augie. One of them was talking about an affidavit. Oh, Dodge was telling Augie that he can. Dodge was telling Augie that she could fill out his affidavit, right? Well, she can. She can fill out the affidavit. He actually just has to be the one to sign it in front of a witness who can notarize it. That's fine. These dummies are it's an internal affairs affidavit. Right. Go ahead. That's a good idea.
It's really weird to me that East is starting, or that Sam is starting to develop the same syndrome that East has. I don't remember ever saying affidavit. In fact, I remember calling out East, saying, "East, you were sent the same form that I was sent." Now, it's not a regular form that you would fill out if you filled out a police report. So no, not everybody is going to get that form sent to them. It is a form to report something to internal affairs, and I'm sure not everybody can just walk in a police station and ask for that form. You have to be reporting something about a police officer, but I never said it was an affidavit. I literally said it's just a form that I need to fill out. And now Sam is pulling a East and hearing things one way, but when she repeats them, she's just making herself look like a dumbass. Do y'all remember me saying affidavit at all yesterday? I showed the form. East wouldn't show hers. East did confirm that she got the same email that I got that said you need to have this notarized and turn it back in. East came in here talking about internal affairs contacted me. No, they didn't. An officer sent you a form to fill out to report something to internal affairs. That's why nobody believes East when she says shit, because she makes shit up. And I told them this. Augie, you will remember me saying this. That day I told y'all, I said, look, I can debunk this story anytime I get ready. Because East doesn't just give the facts. She's got to exaggerate it to make it look like fucking Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger, and Trevette all showed up to see her, and they wanted her statement and shit, and they were playing the fucking Walker, Texas Ranger song and everything. She just goes overboard with what she's got, and I don't do that. All this happens with me in real time. Chances are if something happens with me, y'all know about it the same time I find out about it, which is why all I said was, this is what I was actually sent, was a form to fill out. This light is really pissing me off. Motherfucker just turned off when it wants to fucking turn off.
Go ahead. And that internal affair. You're just listening. We're going to get something on record.
Hold on. Now, y'all hear them laughing. This is a defense mechanism for them. This is meant to divert your attention away. Now, let me just show y'all something. Vernon Police Department, Chief of Police, Internal Affairs, complaint form. That's what I was sent. And that's what I said I was sent. Y'all are laughing, trying to downplay it or try to make it seem like we're exaggerating, but I'm not exaggerating. I state exactly what was sent to me. A form for me to fill out for Internal Affairs. And that's exactly what it was. Does anybody think that's a form that I just typed up on Word, took a picture of to use as a receipt?
The research that I did on
And
it
send
said
it.
that
Okay, you can do all the research you want. I don't care. But I'm telling you is that if you're gonna send the police a signed affidavit to go along with your statement, you might as well just say, "Thank you for reading my Miranda rights. I appreciate that, and here you go."
Right.
With an affidavit. It's not just like, so mine out, Augie.
Does anybody know or even comprehend, understand what she's laughing about? If you were watching this live, did you understand what she was laughing about? You probably didn't. If you were one of their sheep and you were watching this live, you probably just heard what she said and immediately in your brain you're like, Internal Affairs didn't contact them. There's no form out there. They're just making that shit up. Because that's what you're programmed to think whenever they make these comments and then they laugh like that. You don't understand why the joke's funny, but you don't want to be the butt of the joke or for the joke to be on you. You want to feel like you understand the joke along with everybody else, so you just laugh along with everybody else. When in fact, none of it actually makes sense, and they're just trying to damn confuse you.
Right. But
I was just saying when she said that, I looked it up, Sam, because like I don't really know that much except they, and they investigate, police matters or whatever. And what I read is that they only talk to you for like the getting your story part, like the investigation initial part, and then they never contact you again. Like you don't find out the outcome or anything.
And that's exactly right. And y'all are right to say that East is exaggerating that shit. She's acting like she's the key witness in some internal affairs or investigation, but she's not. Y'all are right in that. East does like to exaggerate shit. Dodge don't exaggerate shit. It's a big difference between East and I. That's why people take me seriously and they don't take East seriously. I don't fucking exaggerate. Chuck Norris has yet to call me up about this case.
They usually don't ask. Sending a signed affidavit is wild. It's wild. Just, I don't know, guys. Get a lawyer. But, or not. I don't know. You probably did nothing wrong. But
What did we probably do wrong? What makes you think we did something wrong? Why do I need a lawyer? Because I'm filling out a form for internal affairs, getting it notarized, and sending it in to them. I don't need a lawyer for that. Kind of sounds like a cop needs a lawyer for that.
Dude, you know what I'm picturing right now? Remember
I'm just saying, go with your gut.
Good luck. You should definitely.
They're all like, we're too smart. They said, we have an affidavit. They sent us an affidavit. We got the upper hand.
By the way, Augie, I think we need to leave out the whole bit about the probation officer. We need to edit that, because the only thing that we're actually reporting is what the officer in Vernon did. And even though we've done our little investigation and proved that he's probably got something going on with Courtney, and Courtney's got that probation officer, we should probably leave that out, because really and truly this is just about what you can prove. And that's that Cody Cook, what you can prove as far as your complaint, what Cody Cook did to help Brittany Ann harass Craig.
They sent it in already.
Because they think they're getting Brittany Ann arrested for the 20th time this month.
Right. But it's an affidavit, is a sworn testimony. You morons.
Yep.
Without being forced to be read, your Miranda rights. But do whatever you want.
And while y'all in your live sounding like dumbasses, I have always said this isn't going to end with Brittany Ann getting arrested. If she did, it would be a fluke. Stuff like that always happens on Law and Order SVU. The accomplice thinks they got away with it, and after the guilty party goes to jail, then there's that very suspenseful fucking ending or that very climactic ending where Sam walks up to the accomplice and oh no, you're not going anywhere, you're under arrest too. And then you hear the boom, 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 and then the credits roll, and that's the end of the show. That shit doesn't happen in real life. The officer, I don't know why this shit. The officer might get in trouble. I'm not going to say he might lose his job, but he will definitely get reprimanded, and hopefully his days of being an accomplice are over with, but that's about it.
Because, what do I know? I don't know shit, right? I don't know nothing. I'm a dumbass. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I had a call.
I don't know anything. I'm a dumbass. And I'm going to use that in the video I'm going to do for her when she's given her history lesson, all about how the Civil War was in the 1900s. Hold on, I got to clip that. Every time y'all hear her mention how smart she is, let me know so I can clip it.
Your Miranda rights. But do whatever you want. Because, what do I know? I don't know shit, right? I don't know nothing. I'm a dumbass. Anyway.
I'm sorry, I had a call. Wait. You should definitely sign the affidavit, get it notarized.
Go on record, especially you, East.
Say it. And do it real fast. Yeah, you're on time.
Counsel.
Right.
Hurry up.
You're on. Yeah, without the advice of an attorney. Absolutely.
Please, make it happen.
Right.
Under penalty
You guys
of perjury, right?
Do the work for them.
Yeah, penalty of perjury. Out here solving crimes.
That's a lot of words for them. Penalty of perjury is very
Okay,
fun.
just well, they can't even say affidavit, right? So
I wonder if they could say perjury.
I don't know, but they probably saw like notary seal, like the place for the notary to notarize, and they're like, it's official. We're gonna get Brittany arrested. I'm arresting her myself by getting this notarized.
I thought the Texas Rangers were handling it. When are they coming?
They're coming. They're on their way.
Augie was doing that part, so now that she's not there, maybe, I don't know. They got
Are they on their horses?
Well, right now they're talking with the Canadians. Who are the Canadians?
The Mounties?
Yeah, they're talking to the Mounties.
Yeah, maybe they're
Canadian.
cooperating with the Cajun Navy. Oh, yeah. Cajun Navy. They've got to run it by them first. Yeah. Can't do nothing without a nonprofit.
It's escalated to the Secret Service and the Mossad.
The Pentagon is just waiting on Augie's email to authorize.
Pete Hegseth. I heard Pete Hegseth emailed Augie, so everything should be fine.
And Brittany. Just sign your app.
And they sound so fucking stupid.
I think this is the equivalent of their crash out. I mean, a lot of laughing, a lot of subtle threats, trying to, I guess, intimidate people. Like they're talking about perjury and shit, and that shit. I guess it might work on East, and it might be entertaining for them. But I mean, anybody that's watching this shit is just basically just sitting here fucking reevaluating how they spend their free time.
Sheriff's Office received a call from you.
Yeah, so I am looking into something. I have it looks odd. Okay, I'm from South Carolina, and our warrants don't really look like this. So there's a warrant. It looks like it's a screenshot of one that was actually taken on a computer. I just need to verify if it is correct. If it's active, or if it was ever submitted, or if this is just a prank. Can I give you the case number and the name on it, and you tell me if it's active? It's just a misdemeanor harassment.
Is it for you or
no,
for?
No, it's not for me.
Okay. I can at least look on our system, because usually in situations like for any kind of warrants and stuff, we don't generally give it out to.
Yeah, it's for a man. It's for a man.
What's his name?
Last name Stevens, Stevens. First name Craig, Craig. I called the clerk of court, and she said she didn't have anything, so I need to call y'all.
You got a date of birth? Can you verify the last name? Stevens. Is that correct?
Stevens, yes.
Okay. I don't have anyone in our system with that name.
Yeah, I honestly think that.
I would suspect that would be a some kind of scam.
Yeah, and let me just ask you. So, in our state, with warrants, so like the official document that the officers type up on the computer is actually an affidavit, and then it says warrant on the paperwork after the magistrate or the judge signs off on it. Is it the same way in Texas?
For the most part, yeah. There's two parts to a warrant. You have the affidavit, which shows all the incidents of the crime. Then you have, the actual warrant, which basically shows the offense, which has the date and time description of the person. So it's pretty similar. But everything, even all 50 states, if the warrant's entered in the system, they'll be under NCIC.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And we had called so many places prior, about a month ago, all over Texas to see. But also, did your case numbers, do they normally start with the year? So it wouldn't be like a case number wouldn't be 2008.
Right. Yeah. All cases, the incident number usually starts with a C, and then I'll go by a number on that one. But then there's like the offense code, which will start with the year, but it just varies. So, but ours is different from the Vernon Police Department, and then from DPS and stuff like that. So
okay. And my next question, I just need to get my ducks in a row just in case. If I needed to have an internal investigation on the Vernon Police Department,
you'd have to contact Texas Rangers.
That's what I thought. Okay, I got their number too.
Yeah, because in our county, we don't investigate other departments. So if something happened with our department, Vernon PD wouldn't investigate ours, and we wouldn't investigate theirs. So they'd have to go to outside agency, which would be in closest range to us would be DPS. So
that's what I thought. I knew that. I wanted to make sure that the Rangers kind of did it for all of the departments.
No, you're thinking right. No, you're thinking right. Yeah.
Perfect. I appreciate your help so much.
Yeah, not a problem.
You have a great day, okay?
Yeah, you too, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.
Go get them horses.
I got horses in the back.
In the eyes of the ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know the truth of right from wrong. The eyes of the ranger are upon you. Anything you do, they'll surely see. When you're in Texas, look behind you.
You got that, dude. I don't know that one, Bubba.
Ain't neither one of y'all old enough to even remember that fucking song. That's some fucked up shit.
I grew up on Texas
That's
Rangers.
where a ranger's gonna be.
I grew up on Texas Rangers, okay? And the heat of the night.
So why didn't you finish this fucking song?
Because I don't sing. It's Charles's thing.
David, be done with it.
Y'all could save us a whole bunch of trouble, and y'all could go do your own, skimming of this live and just find the part where she talks about the Civil War being in the 1900s, and I could go ahead and make my clapback video.
But I want to listen to this. I haven't done it yet.
Hey, can you do your fake laugh?
Mine?
Both of y'all.
We gotta.
I gotta hear something funny to laugh.
I know, right? It's harder.
It's a fake one, though.
That's one superpower I haven't figured out yet. Brittany's got it down pat, Aldo's got it down pat, but I just can't do that shit. If I find something funny, it's funny, and I laugh. Maybe that's why everybody likes my laugh, is because I've got resting bitch face most of the time. When I hear something funny, I laugh.
And the sound. The sound.
He
Something
has a little at the end. That's what's funny to me.
Cash Patel is
He's
not
all over
happy
it.
with me. He is not happy with me. His eyes are going extra wide because he's so unhappy.
Well,
He was gonna take the FBI jet.
So
No.
they had to turn all their cell phones in, go into the separate room, shut the door, and we'll never know what Ash Patel and Mojo had a conversation about because it's secured. Part of the plan. Didn't you know it's part of the plan?
At this point, I think that they should look into terrorist stuff. It seems very terroristic of Brittany Ann.
Not that word.
Whoa. Too far, Heather. Too far. Just
That was too far fetched.
Well, if we're all going down, we all need to step in the same cell block.
I just feel like we're just stepping into that.
What? Celine Dion passed away?
Oh no!
I didn't hear that.
Somebody
I thought
said,
you
please.
did.
No.
Today?
What?
Freaking.
No.
She has stiff person's disease.
What?
Seen anything on news about her?
April Fools.
That's not funny.
Dick, man.
All that came out.
Celine Dion was dead.
Big tribute.
I've been trying to get Bella to come up in this live for a while, and she's just not coming up here. And I don't know what it is about you that she'll get up in a live with you and dog walk you.
Well, that's what I was going to
And
ask.
she won't even come in a live with us and just chit chat. But she will not hesitate to dog walk you in your own damn live.
So, did she go in with him last night again, or the night before when she was doing the over stuff with him?
George looks bored, so I DM'd you.
No, hey, Bella, you come up in this live and tell GOP he can come up in this live. We'll let him in. He can talk to us.
He's not coming. Thank you.
We're not giving Dodge views tonight. He's boring.
Tell him to bring the hosting mask.
The more kratom he takes, the less entertaining he becomes.
Alright, he's got his salad.
I thought he was clean off that. What happened?
No, he started taking it again today.
Oh.
He just stopped it for so many hours to prove that he could. But, I mean, then, of course, he proved that, so he felt good to go to keep doing it.
Yeah, 24 hours, he did it.
Well, that shit's no joke, though. Like, so my kid's friend, their mom, there's this, they have, like, kava, and she goes and...
Civil War.
And she was telling me a couple of shakes and the jitters from not having it.
Y'all might remember a couple of weeks ago I made a video and I said 24 hours without kratom and no withdrawals and all that shit. And since then I haven't, like literally last night or yesterday was the first time that I took any kratom, and all it was I drank Aviva Zen. And then last night I went and actually got me some kratom. And I guess it's not illegal here because they're still selling it in the gas stations. But have y'all noticed a difference?
Yes.
Shut up. I told somebody, because they were like talking about the withdrawals, and I'm like, oh, I'm not quitting. I'm just proving a point. And I feel like that point's been made.
I feel like you can do what you want. You're a grown man.
Yeah, I feel like, you want to know my true opinion? I feel like you never stop taking.
Tell me your
I feel like you never stop taking this shit
first.
My false opinion. I said my true opinion is I feel like you never stop taking that shit.
Well, then that proves my point.
I mean, I guess that means I didn't tell the difference.
Hold on. I was about to say that proves my point, because if you couldn't tell that I had stopped for 2 weeks, then that means that my demeanor stays the same whether I'm taking kratom or not. Speaking of which, I got to go get it. I'll be right back.
GOP.
What?
Mad at you.
At me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you slept too late.
I didn't sleep late at all.
What took you so long to buy a charger then?
Because my money was on my phone and my phone was dead.
The eyes of the ranger are upon you. Anything you do, they'll surely see.
We'll let the chat decide if you're telling the truth or lying. Is GOP lying or is being truthful?
That was funny. That was funny that night when I asked him something. He's like, "You want me to lie or you want the truth?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that about Nate.
Morning.
Dodges too many.
Oh, Nate.
You know what is alarming to me is that I had never heard of kratom before Dodge. I had no idea what kratom was, and then now you're telling me that people can get it in coffee and stuff, and like, how would I, like, that sounds,
So
what did you
there's
call it first?
I guess the
Wait, hold on. What did you call it first, Pears?
There's a couple. The place down here is called Kava and Co. And there's a couple. Kava is one.
Civil War.
I saw Reptile Dysfunction. Is that like Kava and Co. sounds like a healthy coffee tea to me? You know,
hold on.
I saw Reptile Dysfunction in comments. I'll address it. Just the name
Kava is one. You can also get kratom there.
Well, okay, so if like just the name Kava and Co. I saw Reptile Dysfunction in comments. I'll address it in a second. And that sounds healthy to me. You know what I mean? And so that's what scared me.
You're going to address erectile dysfunction? You think I have erectile dysfunction?
Oh.
You realize you don't want to go there, Sam, because Bear and I be fucking.
Well, she just says kava sounds good, I think, because that's a restaurant name. That's like a Mediterranean restaurant.
We be fucking. And everybody on this app knows we be fucking. And you're starting to seem like your husband don't be fucking you. Now, I'm not saying he's not fucking. I'm not going to insult that man. He's definitely out there. He's functional. He's just not functioning with you. And I think everybody can tell that. So before you start trying to talk about erectile dysfunction, just remember that. We be fucking.
You probably tell Sam that he has that.
That like Kava & Co. sounds like a healthy coffee shop. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's probably not super processed. It's probably coffee from Colombia. And it turns out you can get kratom there. That's terrifying to me. Because what if I'm like, oh, kratom, what is that? Candy? There's some of that sweetener in it. That's terrifying.
Kava, I thought, like, with those Kava bowls.
I want to fast forward to erectile dysfunction.
You're right. Brittany's going to go in and order a Kava bowl.
It's spelled different here, CAVA. Maybe that's just the
erectile dysfunction that I was talking about. I don't think that's a Kava bowl.
It's KAVA.
Oh, somebody said it's the erectile dysfunction that I was talking about. I don't think that's why he's crashing. It's probably not helping.
It's KAVA, and it's the ground root of, I think, like a pepper plant or something. I was trying to find it because I can't remember what it exactly is. But it's the ground root of...
Are you upset, Sam? Are you trying to drop subtle insults to combat the fact that everybody can look at you and tell you're not getting fucked? Sorry. I mean,
what's the telltale sign?
Her husband looks uncomfortable in every video that she has of him.
That's the telltale sign?
Yes. And the fact that she's obsessed with my sex life, and now it looks like Dodge's too.
I don't know. The situations just seem the same. Okay, I know that I can count on. I'll give her both hands, not one hand. I'll give her both hands. I know that I can count on both hands the number of times that Sabrina and I had sex over the course of our marriage. And I know that Sabrina was also one of those people that was always broadcasting what an awesome husband she had. She had those videos on her TikTok page for a long time before I pointed it out, and then she took them down. So you have two people that are in the same situation. Sam is always, she's got to throw Vinny in there somewhere. And she's always bragging about Vinny and what a great guy he is. And she's always acting like she's not getting fucked. So, I mean, that's just two more similarities between Sam and Sabrina. But I mean, truthfully, there's a reason why people make comments like, you need to get laid. It's because people see the way you're acting and they know you haven't gotten laid in a while. So you need to get laid. Nobody is thinking that about me, and they damn sure aren't thinking that about Bear. So be fucking jealous all you want. And it goes back to her being jealous of Bear. You are jealous of Bear, aren't you?
Yes, that's true.
Correct.
Also, I wish that my sex life was as great as they make it out to be. Not currently, out here hoeing. But, yeah.
Like, Bear and I fuck so much that we don't remember the times when we do. We remember the times when we don't.
Something. And it helps to, like, ease anxiety and shit like that.
Still just holding an ice cube in your hand and squeezing it.
Listen, I love the ice cube trick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to do it more often.
At first, counting dots helps me, and then...
I've decided to drink my Red Bull on ice so that I'm getting a little more hydration. People seem to be concerned with my hydration level, so...
I got immune to that, and then...
They don't hit the same on ice.
And then I was able to do the ice cube.
Yeah, I know.
I am usually way too far gone before I'm like, I need a fucking ice cube. I'm like I'm gonna put my elbow through a car door.
Alright guys, I gotta drop. I came back from dinner late and I'm so full. I gotta take the dog out. I'm not mopping tonight, GOP. It's not Sunday.
Take mine with yours.
Brittany, I hope you get the best sleep ever tonight. I know you will, but I hope you sleep like a baby.
Me and the mini went out to dinner. Oh my god. I gotta send you pictures.
Okay, please.
You and the mini. Are you talking about your daughter? Do you call her the mini because she's a mini version of you, or because your daughter-mother relationship is like mini? It's not actually a relationship. You're not actually a mom. You're kind of like a miniature mom. You're not like full-time like mom. Your mom is that mom, right? Mom has custody of your child. You live with mom. You know, when people say, you know, if you have a kid, I'm not raising that some bitch, they're normally speaking about a child that gets pregnant, and even though they say that, they still help raise that child, you know, like maybe the first few years until the mom gets on their feet. I don't think a mom ever plans on raising a teenager for their daughter. Normally the daughter actually takes on that responsibility. And you know, moms are a lot more awesome than dads are, because moms get not so much stuck, but a mom can't just abandon her child, whereas a man can just run off and shit and neglect his responsibilities. But damn, your mom is still raising you, apparently, while raising your child. That's basically the gist of it, right? Tracy can. Yeah, Tracy can. All moms aren't great moms. But I will say this, as far as responsibility for their children, there are a lot more great mothers out there than there are great dads.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Also, GOP, real quick, what does Jet say to me like almost every day when he gets out of school?
What is what?
What does Jet say to me almost every day that he gets out of school?
He says he missed you, beautiful mama.
Exactly. Every day.
Why, I want to know. You?
I just wanted to put it out there. That's all.
I feel like we need to come up with what GOP's rank is in this group so that you can go ahead and change your profile to Mrs. whatever the fuck that rank is.
Why do you want to you want to redo the Courtney situation and see what happens?
We could.
I think it'd be great.
I wasn't a great dad. Somebody said their dad was a piece of shit. I wasn't a great dad. My daughter's favorite insult to me when they were younger was that I was a Facebook dad. And I told this to my daughters a long time ago, because my daughter, like last year, and I'm probably going to seriously, I probably shouldn't even say this because it's going to totally change my mood, but last year when Sabrina was harassing my whole damn family, one of my daughters in particular will always be, she's been more mature than me since she was like 14 years old. Like, she was the one that she's like, Daddy, why don't you just be nice and don't clap back and all this shit. She was like, take the high road. She's been more mature than me since she was 13 or 14 years old. And at one point, she told me that she hated me. And she told me that I was just a Facebook dad. And she basically was trying to say that I use photos on Facebook to brag about being a great dad. And I told her, I said, that's not why I do this. I don't post pictures of y'all on my Facebook page because I'm trying to say that I'm a great dad. I don't post pictures of y'all because I'm proud of myself for being a great dad. No, I post pictures of y'all on my Facebook page because I'm proud of who you have become in spite of having me as a dad. And that's the truth. So, but I don't consider myself like a Facebook dad. That wasn't the reasons why I did that shit. Those were the reasons why I posted. I mean, I was proud of my kids because they didn't turn out like me. But
Dude, are you fucking crying?
No, GFP. He has allergies. Shut the fuck up and stop ruining shit.
Oh, my bad. No,
anyway, so
hey, did it ever used to be your saying? I don't lie on Facebook.
No, I think that's. I think
I don't know.
I think
I
it's
don't
different.
remember that.
Like,
Hey, but guess what? Like your kids might not hate you or nothing for not being like my dad wasn't a good dad, and I don't hold it against him. That motherfucker got 7 kids. Like I'm just one, and he did good with a lot of them.
oh no, I hold it against my dad for being shitty. But here's the thing: I think that it's really hard. Like listening to people talk about you being a parent, and you have all these like sweet memories and stuff that you don't get to share like you want to. And I think that's the hardest part because at the end of the day, it's like, do you want to protect your kid or do you want to prove that you're a better parent? And that sucks. I think Jet's the funniest little kid I've ever met in my life. I'd love to have him like posted and shit on here, but God, they would lose their minds.
Well, there were times in my life when I was a shitty dad, and it wasn't basically I was really young and I still wanted to party and shit, and I worked offshore, so I got 2 weekends off a month, or every month that I worked I would get 2 weekends off, and I would go pick my kids up for one of those weekends, and then I'd wind up ditching them on a Saturday to go out or do something, and I look back at that now, and I feel like I missed a lot because I did that shit. But at the same time, women grow up a lot quicker than men do. I mean, that's just the facts of life. Women mature as far as in intelligence a lot quicker than men do. So people that are out there saying my dad was a piece of shit, you have to look at it from all sides, and you may have been a piece of shit back then, and you may wind up, I don't know how to explain it. It's just women have to take on that responsibility. Like if you're a mom and you're a single mom, you can't go out every weekend. You might not have a babysitter. You might have to be at home taking care of your kid. Whereas a guy, that it's just too convenient for men to abandon women these days.
I agree.
And
It's a setup, though. They make it convenient.
if you're not raising that child, then you do. You get to, like, let's just say you live at home and you pick your kid up every other weekend. That means 2 weekends out of the month you spend with your kids. 2 weekends out of the month you can go party and have a good time. And men will use that as an excuse. Well, I only get to see them every other weekend. But that's exactly what you're using it as. You're using it as an excuse to justify the fact that you're still out partying every other weekend while the mom is raising the kid.
I believe that my son's dad will be a good dad eventually. Like after he gets into prison, I think he'll be a fantastic dad because he was like he's got other kids and he's great to them, but then he's an addict, so he's not like the same person when he's in active addiction. And so I think men can make the decision to turn their life around and be a better dad. I don't think that you should hold it over their head if there was a bad period of time, because I think some moms they have like that post depression and shit. There's even postpartum psychosis, like they get a pass for their times that they just can't do it, or they might not be the best moms and shit. And I don't think dads really get that grace period either. I think it's how you end up in your kid's life that matters.
Well, my other daughter, who acts more like me than I actually wrote a song about her called "You're Just Like Your Old Man," because everybody tells her. Like, she posted this picture of that Hispanic guy, what's his name? The one that's in all the movies, the one with the mustache from Con Air.
George Lopez.
No, not George Lopez. Fucking
Uh,
Johnny, whatever his name is.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, she posted a picture of him wearing a blonde wig, and she's like, "This is what I think when people tell me I look like my dad or I act like my dad." And she hates the fact that she not only looks like me, but she acts like me. But she literally calls me up for advice about guys all the time. Y'all might have heard a conversation I had with her a while back, but we'll talk about her relationships. She basically, everybody says that, a girl winds up finding a guy that was just like her dad. My daughter looks for the guys that are not like me. Like, she uses me as a reference. Okay, she'll literally call me up and she'll be like, "Daddy, this guy's starting to act like you." And I'm like, "Fucking ditch his ass and shit." So, I mean, you can be an example for your kids without, I guess it's a do as I say, not as I do thing. Like, I've got a cousin who she had like a really, really long hoe phase and shit, and her daughter, you would just think, okay, the daughter's going to wind up growing up to be just like the mom. And no, the daughter basically saw the shit that her mom had been through and basically made better decisions. She based her good decisions off of her mom's bad decisions. So I don't I thank God every day that my kids had their grandparents, even though their grandparents couldn't stand my ass. Good God, man, they were some shit starting some bitches, let me tell you. But in spite of that, I am grateful that my kids were raised by them.
Yeah.
Because I had another daughter that was not raised by them, was not raised by me, was raised by their mother, and that daughter is in prison right now. So it just goes to show, I mean, the home training counts for something. I mean,
well, that's why dads are really, really important in a kid's life. Like, if you look at the statistics and stuff, like, it's like high 90s that your kid that's raised by a single mom is going to end up either in prison for unaliving somebody or for like crimes that are based off of like emotional reactions. And men, they're not wired to be like that. So like men, it's more dangerous for them to be raised by a mother who is supposed to be emotional and loving and all that stuff, because they will react in situations that they'll do it based off emotion instead of logic. And so what?
I don't know if I heard this wrong in the past or if you just said it just now, but Montgomery, do you have a daughter who's in prison?
Just said it.
That's what I thought. I was driving. I wasn't listening. I heard you say something about prison.
When you say in the past, yeah, that was like 2 minutes and 42 seconds ago.
Right, like, what the fuck?
No. You said it months ago when someone asked you one time. Someone was like, "You don't even buy something diapers."
All right. So like, a while back, Sabrina was filling Craig's head up with BS, and Craig made a video and he said, "I didn't even know that you had another daughter that you didn't even have nothing to do with. Like, you won't even send her fucking Enfamil for your grandbaby and shit." And I basically explained that story. And what happened was this is the daughter that found me when she was 14 years old. And there was always questions about whether she was mine. The mom said she wasn't. But this girl, I remember seeing her when she was like 11 years old in a gas station with the mom. And I literally thought my oldest daughter was coming at me. That's how much they looked alike at the time when they were younger. So she found me when she was 14 years old, and she told me that she found me on Facebook. She messaged me, and she said that her aunt had told her the truth, that she was my daughter. And from that point on, even though her mom and I didn't get along or something, I don't know what was going on, but I would literally, when I would come home and I'd go see my other kids, I would also go pick her up and I'd take her to get something to eat, and we would hang out. And we were hanging out for 2 years, and my daughter wound up in jail. And I saw her mom walking down the road one day, and I pulled over to see if she needed a ride, and she's like, "Yeah, can you give me a ride to the jail?" I said, "What are you going to the jail for?" And she's like, "Oh, Heather's in jail. I got to go pick her up." And so when I walked up, now Heather had been in jail. Heather didn't know that I didn't know she was in jail, and Heather didn't know I was coming. And it was just kind of convenient that I picked her mom up and brought her to the jail. But when Heather came out of the jail, the first thing she did was run right past her mom, jump up in my arms, and give me a big old hug. And her mom was like, "What the fuck is going on?" So her mom had no idea that we had this relationship, father-daughter, for 2 years before she even came out and told me that she was actually my daughter. Oh. Well, later on in life, and I hate to make the story long, but later on in life, she wound up, she was strung out on stuff, and she wound up, at one point, she weighed like 70 pounds. That's how strung out she was. But she got off, I guess she went to rehab. She got off of whatever she was on, and she had a boyfriend that was also a recovering addict. And the two of them acted like they were doing well. And at the time, I thought, y'all should not be together. I don't think it's a good idea for two addicts to be together in a relationship like that. But they seemed to be doing all right. They were engaged to be married. So, I went along with it. I was happy for them and all that shit. And then, like, Halloween night, somebody sent me some pictures of them that were on their Facebook page, and you could tell they were both strung out, and they still had my granddaughter. And all this time, she had been sending me messages saying she needed money for Infamil. So I would tell Sabrina, "Hey, just send her a couple $100." And I was doing that periodically every couple of weeks. And then I found out that she wasn't using the money on the Infamil. She was using the money to buy drugs. So I cut her off. I didn't send her any more money. Now, all Sabrina did was cut the message out where it said, "Don't send Heather any more money." She didn't say why, but that's the reason why. Now, Craig made a video, and he's like, "You don't have anything to do with that girl. You haven't spoken to her in 2 or 3 years." And I'm like, "Craig," and I showed the mugshot. I said, "Craig, the reason I haven't spoken to that daughter in 2 or 3 years is because she's in prison." Did Sabrina tell you that, Craig? And it was just another way I made a fool out of Craig because of a lie that Sabrina told Craig. So, yes, I do have a daughter that's in prison. I'm assuming she's still in prison.
Cool story, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
GOP, way to ruin everything.
All right, so you might not know this about her, but is she a vanilla gorilla or no?
God, just play that live.
What is vanilla gorilla?
They're in a prison gang.
I don't know. All I know is the last time I check in with Janie, who is her aunt. Whenever I'm in town, I'll check in with her and I'll talk to her. The grandbaby is being taken care of by the parents of the dad. But apparently she went to jail for attempted manslaughter or something like that. So I don't know. Either way, it was her husband that she was attacking. So I guess I was right about them not needing to be in a relationship with each other.
Yeah, I think you were right because, Like I said, my son's dad is an addict, and I am too. I have almost 9 years clean. When he relapsed, he had, I think, like 12 years under his belt at the time. And it took everything in me to not, like, go help him. Like, his friends and stuff would call, and they knew that, like, I'd be the only one that could come to Tennessee and get him back on track and stuff. But I couldn't do that because I had my son. And so that's why I moved to put distance between us. Like, I did take my son to go see him 3 times. And then that's when I realized that he was really strung out. And I told him straight up, like, you get to choose the kind of dad that you want to be. I'm never going to tell you that you can't see your kid. I'm never going to tell you you can't have a relationship with him. You always can. I'm not going to make it about money or anything like that because I know how important it is. But I said the only requirement that I have is that you have to be clean, and that's it. And so I think you're right. Like, it was very difficult with my sobriety to stay focused on um, not putting myself in situations that could jeopardize my sobriety, because then that would jeopardize my son and his life, and I don't want that.
Somebody asked in the chat if I get to see that granddaughter. No, I don't. I don't. You have to understand, there was never a DNA test done. This was basically us just knowing that she was my daughter. So no DNA test was done. I have no grandparents' rights to that child at all. I'm content knowing that the child is being taken care of. That's a fucking turtle.
You pretty much just eyeballed it.
Like a fucking zoo around here. You got squirrels out in the trees. You got turtles just walking by like they own the fucking place. That motherfucker is moving.
God, it's no wonder people think you're crashing out because, listen, I bet you it throws a lot of people off that you be yelling at animals in your office.
I mean, one day it sounded like he just had kids walking in his yard pissing on different trees and shit.
Hold on. Y'all think I'm bullshit?
That's his virtual cubicle.
Have y'all ever seen that movie, Office Space?
No.
God, it's so fucking funny.
Have y'all ever seen a turtle move that fucking fast?
Well, where the hell are you coming from, dude?
Yes.
That's a box turtle.
Yeah, that motherfucker done ate a tablet.
Oh, yeah, that's a box turtle. Look at him go.
Turning around. He's coming after my ass.
He don't give a fuck about you. Listen. Wait, is that no, that might be a snap turtle. Look at it point.
No, the snap turtle will show more of a spikes on the tail. His tail's tucked in.
The way he's moving, you could tell he got some good muscle, man. You turn that motherfucker into soup.
Oh, yeah, no, it's box. His nose is, it looked like it was fucking pointed for a second.
Turn that motherfucker into soup and eat it out the shell like a bowl.
He said, I'm going fast, boys.
Yeah, he's out fast.
Hey, GOP, at least my animals around me ain't sick and looking like they got fucking rabies and shit.
That's a fucking biracial turtle. What the hell's wrong with the top of it?
Ain't nothing wrong with them.
No, that's just where he, like, has rolled over before. That's the sun.
That's not the sun.
That's a glare.
I want to do an interview with him.
Pick it up and let me see his belly.
Hold on. I want to see if he wants to talk.
That motherfucker look like Britney.
God. His neck. He's going to bite you. Not really. His neck looks like Sam's, though.
Hey, flip him upside down. Let me see what it looks like on the bottom.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If it's flat, it's a female. If it's bumpy, it's a male.
You done make Papa go in his shell. After a Koopa.
You ought to give him a ride wherever he's trying to go.
This motherfucker look like he need to give me a ride. Look at him haul ass.
What? What's it? What? It's a turtle. What'd you name it? Banika Balabu. That's his name, Banika Balabu. I like it.
Look, motherfucker gonna get ran over, man. Of course, dog's gonna be out there all afternoon chasing a fucking turtle around.
Hey, turtles are cool.
I just ain't never seen one move that fast before.
I have. Plenty of times. I used to have one. His
Like,
name was Squirt.
I've seen them swim fast, but I ain't never seen them hauling ass on ground like that.
The fucking turtle wins the race.
Y'all sitting there thinking I'm damn hallucinating from the kratom, and I'm really seeing turtles.
Man, she said that's Paris's dad.
I mean, that dude ain't showing no fear at all. You'd think, dude, don't get under my car. To point your ass in the direction.
I pick him up and move to a different location.
Put his ass inside a balloon.
No.
Come here, dude. Come here. Come here. Come here. Where you going? Where you going?
Hey, dude, you know you're supposed to pet his head with your pointer finger.
No. Don't do that neither.
Super turtle. Motherfucker, quit clawing me. Quit clawing me. Quit clawing me. I'm gonna fuck you up.
You're supposed to pick him up from behind.
Look, yeah, hold there. Away from my car. Don't look at me like that, motherfucker. What the fuck?
He's coming right back at you.
He likes you. You probably put some fucking kratom residue on him or something.
This motherfucker like
that
fuck you,
motherfucker
bitch.
that motherfucker's one Red Bull in.
MJ!
That damn turtle's on something.
On disability.
Well, if he is, he's faking it.
He's trying to get to his place where he wants to go. Bear says, don't bring him home. Why not? They're good pets.
That motherfucker just chilling out here. Like he owns the place.
Oh
I used to bring him home all the time.
What if we did get a turtle named Paris?
I had a turtle named Squirt.
That'd be a great idea.
Are y'all making jokes with this? Like,
no.
I've
heard people talk about something about a turtle in Paris before.
Mary calls it turtle tank.
Turtle. That's what Bear was saying last night.
Apparently,
it's called a snapping turtle.
No, that was a box turtle. When she accused Tex of raping her, he said that she smelled like a turtle tank, and that's why he never wanted to talk to her again after them.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I like the Master of the Mind joke better last night.
Right? That was fucking funny. Imagine it. Picture it, Dodge. I don't think you were around. Listen, picture it. Okay, you know Master of Disguise? And his bald guy in the turtle suit?
No.
Jesus Christ. Okay, anyways, look it up. All right.
Hold on.
Master of Disguise, the turtle man. Anyways, you shave off Sam's hair, put some glasses on her, looks exactly the same.
I can do that right now in ChatGPT.
Do it.
Yeah, dude. What are you gonna type in? Make this person bald?
Pretty much, just shave the head. All right, let's get back. We're still looking for the Civil War comment.
Please do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So good. Oh,
please do.
So good.
That is definitely Paris.
Guys, I'm gonna be around.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Good night, Brittany. Good night, Britt.
So, Sam, I have a question for you, seeing how I know that you study people, and, why do you think that Augie is so comfortable over there that she is just talking, nonstop, just, going, a mile a minute, about everything? John Patrick Patrick this, that. Like, she doesn't stop. And she was so quiet.
False sense of security.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, like, Dodge showed her a little bit of attention. This is what we call Augie dangerous. Dodge showed her a little bit of, like, protective attention, right? And she, in her mind, like, once she exits that live, for a second, she doesn't trust it. But then once she gets out of the live and manages to turn her phone off or have some alone time with her own thoughts, she makes up a scenario in her head. Well, one, Dodge is attracted to her. Two, Dodge is going to protect her. Dodge is going to save her. And she should do anything and give all her loyalty and all her focus to Dodge because he is fighting for her and he's going to protect her. And in her mind, she makes up something that is so bizarre. Like, she will watch herself be in the top of a castle and she can literally visualize Dodge climbing that castle to come and rescue her. This is the way that her brain works.
This is the way that my brain works. Angel, when y'all were giving her shit, making fun of her. Augie, I think y'all might have been giving her shit. I got her up in my live and I asked her questions. I said, Angel, have you, like, got on FaceTime and with another guy just to get some clout on TikTok? And she's like, no. I said, how long have you been married to your husband? 30 years. And I basically did this little interview and I pointed out all the ways that Angel was different from the people that were trashing her. Never at any point did Angel think that I thought she was attractive or I was her protector. It's just something I did for somebody. Lamar Austin, same thing. People were bashing him. I sent Lamar a text. And if y'all don't believe me, I can show you the text. I said, listen, I want to do an interview with you. I want to ask you questions. I want to find out about you so everybody will know exactly who you are, what you've done, and how you've overcome the obstacles in your life. I did that for Lamar Austin. Brittany Cheyenne did the same thing for Brittany Cheyenne. You are basically trying to turn what I'm doing with Augie into something that it's not, because I literally do this with every single person on this fucking app.
Yeah, what do you call it? You paint an intimate picture. What word did you call it back then?
An intimate portrayal. And I don't.
Dude, that was annoying. That was an annoying phase you went to, wanting to paint a fucking intimate portrait of everyone. Just reminded me of Lone Wolf.
Augie, why do you think, like, since Sam has obviously told everybody how you feel about this situation and why you're here, why don't you tell everybody how you feel about this situation and why you're here?
Well, one, I like Bear. Okay, me and her, we finish each other's sentences a lot. Okay. Two, I'm here because I just am. I just like it here. I think it's fun over here. You let me speak and actually listen. You've taken the time to actually, like, allow me to tell my side of things, when other sides, they just don't. They just all chalk me up as crazy or something. Or Sam has this like deviant, hang on a second. She has this, like, deviant, like, image of me that she's trying to sell people. And honestly, if her and her friends weren't, like I said, passing around photos of me that I don't want them to, and have made that very clear, I wouldn't have to worry about men and what she's trying to do, if that makes sense. Like, she tells people that I use, like, myself for currency and stuff, and I don't quite understand that. But I think she's got me wrong, and I think a big part of it is honestly jealousy. Cause, like, I know that I'm pretty. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm smart, and I don't think she likes that. But I'm also funnier. I just like it here, Sam. There's no, like, extra thing. But I also was wrong about some things, and I tend to try to make it right when I do that. I did that to Craig, and you're now kind of helping Dodge too, because I was a part of the problem, and I don't think that's right.
So, you don't think I'm in love with you?
Fuck no. I've heard how you talk to Bear.
Or that I'm attracted to you?
No, you've said multiple times that you're not.
The only way I would actually have sex with you is if you had the Star Wars hairdo going on, and we could make it like this theme type roleplay scenario with The Force Awakens playing in the background.
Okay, that's weird, but only if I can throw you out and put Bear in there instead. I'd do it. Okay.
It's always about Bear.
But like
Either
also
way.
it's not she but like she's making it seem like you're the only fucking like man. Like I have my own issues and my own trauma when it comes to men. And like I've been saying the same things consistently. They just don't listen. They are listening now though, like I told you, like if I were over here speaking, they would listen, right? And that's what they're doing. I've said the same things. I've had the same storyline the entire time and it hasn't wavered. It hasn't. And so Heather needs to sit down because I saw how she looks. She don't need to be talking too much. She gonna
Oh,
get
by
back.
the way, hey y'all, she was streaming live the other day, and I seen the reflection off the phone she was streaming on, and that's fucking Heather. Don't tell me that's not fucking you. Your mama wasn't fucking streaming for you.
Okay, how many of y'all have watched the show Yellowstone?
How weird.
How many of y'all have watched Yellowstone?
I love that show.
Me.
Okay. So I guarantee any woman that has watched the show Yellowstone considers Beth Dutton to be a heroine in that show, not like a hero. Like, they love Beth's character. And there's one scene in there where it's a flashback to when Beth and Rip were younger, and she looks at him and she says, this guy's looking at me the way you're looking at me, the way any other woman or any other man looks at me, like he wants to fuck me. I can either be victimized by that or I can use it. And I feel like you're like that Beth Dutton type character, and Sam knows she's not. Like,
That's nice. Thank you.
like, it's just like the reasons that Hellcat likes, or that like she can get down with some of the things Brittany Cheyenne has done. You know, I remember when I shared that in the live. Hellcat's like, okay, like I can get down with that, you know, bitch, but hooker, but you just need to like understand this and shit. Because I could so see Hellcat like literally being in an art gallery and some bitch getting snooty with her and shit, and then her man comes along and Hellcat being able to watch this shit, bitch, and just take that man from her and just leave the gallery. But I could see Hellcat doing some shit like that. So I understand why people like and dislike people and form opinions of people. I mean, they kind of base it off of whether what that person has done is something that I would do. But I think Sam genuinely doesn't like you because, you know, your character, and I'm not saying you've got great character, but the character that you have is something she'll never have. She's never going to be like with her saying that you use your body for currency. If using that for if that's currency, then Sam's gonna go broke. She talks about everybody else on here being poor and shit. If sex is currency, Sam, you're like one of the poorest people on this side of TikTok. I'm sorry.
Where are my mod settings?
I gotta do something. I'll be back, y'all. I'll be back.
I can't fix the boxes. What'd you do in my moderator status?
Say something in chat.
Where are you going?
To work.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Can y'all hear me?
Bear,
GMP.
You got all the options.
All right, I can't hear y'all, but I'm leaving.
It won't let me fix boxes.
How would you like for me to fix the boxes?
Just where there's not a big blank one over there, and there's a big.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Good Lord. Somebody telegram GOP, love you, bye. Send him a smoke
Okay,
signal.
well, for some reason, it's not letting me fix the boxes either.
It's weird. Can you expand yourself?
I'm going to try to expand you, and then I'm going to try to fix it. Hold on, I think I know what I got to do. There we go. Is that better?
Yes, that's better.
All right.
I think some women are intimidated by women that don't have to try hard. That get attention from men and they don't even try. They're confident in themselves and men flock to them. And I think that's intimidating to some women.
Well, I think it's got also something to do with the email, needing men to email, send those emails, right? So Brittany has made the comments before in a live when one of my friends just asked her why she didn't like me. It was pretty much that I knew that there were other voices that need to be uplifted, but I pretty much, I guess my voice was higher or more powerful than their voices. And to me, that says, okay, you stole my spotlight. And that's fine. Okay, that's fair, I guess. But I think that it's because when I left the app for a minute, right? Because there were some fucked up things happening to me. And it was like the most unexpected men all that played a role in all this stuff. Some are still here, some aren't. They all reached out to me and they came up with a plan to help me get the answers I needed to be able to protect me and my son. And that meant so much to me. And so when it came down to coming back and saying I don't want to fight with you women, but I'm not going to fight against these men either, because at the end of the day, they actually did something to help me. You women don't, you just want me to stay like a victim. You want me to come back and you want me to turn against Austin and Craig and blame them for all this stuff. And I can't do it because it's not they played a part, I guess, but it's not them to blame. They are the same ones that helped me and listened to me. And so I feel like that's got a lot to do with it. I feel as if I don't really fit in with the whole women thing. So it was I feel like they wanted to use me to be able to bring the men back around for their group. And I didn't like that feeling. And I don't think that's too far off because they were begging for guys to be emailing for Courtney.
Well, I don't think if you just to be honest, I mean, Sam kind of reminds me of one of those bra burners from the 50s or 60s or whatever, the 70s, whenever it was. She's catering her content totally towards man hating women. I don't think any men on here watch Sam for her looks, or I don't think there's any attraction.
Have been done wrong by a woman that's over there, or they're very, very in touch with their their femininity, which isn't bad. But I don't know if you noticed this the other day when Brittany was in here, and we were going back and forth a little bit in the comment section. We were talking about feminism for a second, and I said something along the lines and I'll say this all the time, it doesn't change. I never asked for feminism. I think feminism fucked up a lot of things for us. And she was like, so you blame feminism for shit? I never asked to have to pay my bills, and I don't think they like that about me. I never asked for certain rights and shit. I'm okay with not I don't need a man because obviously I'm surviving without one. But my dad's always told me you don't have to need a man, but also don't replace a man in your life. And so that's what I do. That means if I find a man that I want to settle down with, he's going to take out the trash. Until then, I have to take out the trash. Same with yard work and shit like that. I can do these things on my own. I can work on my own car, but I don't want to have to do that forever. So I'm okay with having a man around to do male things. I know how important a man is in a house, and I don't think they like that.
I want a wife now. I have the man rolled down, but I mean, I want a wife.
Let's do it.
Dude, I'm so tired of laundry and dishes, and I need a wife.
You know what? Let's just have a fucking big old compound house.
GOP can mow the yard.
I want to find it, but I don't think I have Disney on here. There's a scene. Bear and I we went back and we've watched old Disney movies and stuff. We watched The Sound of Music, and we went and we watched Mary Poppins. And you might not pick up on this in the beginning of the show of the movie Mary Poppins because it's a kids movie and it's all about Mary Poppins and shit. But if you watch the beginning of that movie, there's a scene where the wife comes home and she's literally coming home from this protest for women's rights and shit, and they're all about man hating. The wife is literally like this man hating like protester and shit, and then Mr. Banks comes home or whatever, and she's basically telling the maids and everybody that was with the man hating protest, she's with her, hide all the stuff or whatever, and then as soon as the husband comes home, she's all catering to her husband and shit. That's kind of the personality that Sam reminds me of. It's like she's faking it is what she's doing. I mean, it's.
Well, Sam, she said that the only reason why she doesn't like me is because I'm a homewrecker, which she didn't like me before all that shit, so whatever. But I think Rachel
the Vinny comment kind of got to her a little bit.
Because I know exactly what to say to piss her off, right? And she will never admit it, but obviously everything that I've ever tried to fuck with her on, she has held on to it and she repeats it. And it's just words, right? I'm not ever gonna do anything that I've ever said to Sam, other than I would love to see her in court one day. But that'd be up to Sam on how that plays out. But Rachel De Palma pointed out that Sam hyper focuses on the homewrecker thing, knowing that that's not how the situation was at all. Because Sam, she went from one divorce immediately to Vinny, right? And Vinny kind of did the same thing, except his divorce kind of is really cutting it close to when him and Sam got married. All right. So it's kind of like looking at the dates, it might be her blaming herself for some shit. I don't know. But
she came in my live one night and she was telling Bear, because Bear and I were talking about our relationship and how we met and the things I used to do for her and all this stuff. And she's like, "Shut up, Bear. You're going to have me thinking Dodge is a good guy and shit." And then she did the same thing. She's done the same thing in other guys' lives. Like Big Dog Lefty's too stupid to see it in the live last night, where she's totally just basically manipulating him or whatever into literally last night she was literally manipulating Big Dog Lefty into not only thinking that he had her approval, but also that he needed her fucking approval. If Sam had made the comments to me that she made to Big Dog Lefty in that live last night, I would have been like, "Bitch, I didn't need you to figure out that I'm a good guy. I don't need your fucking approval." Sam wants everybody to think that all men are fucking assholes, they're chauvinists and shit, and she gets to choose who's a good guy and the reasons that they're a good guy, and all the other women are just supposed to go along with it. Is basically what Sam does. I mean, she was emasculating Big Dog Lefty a lot in that live last night, and he just didn't. He's too stupid to realize it.
She does that to all of her male supporters, all of them. But the thing is, when it came down to like you and Bear versus Sam and her husband, you see the difference? Like, I knew that it's not, if I talk about you getting me pregnant, that ain't gonna fucking phase Bear. It's not gonna phase her. But I'm not trying to phase Bear. I wanted to fuck with you, right? So that's why I was like, I'll beat Bear's ass if you don't come fight Craig. Because I really, really wanted you to fight Craig. I was hoping that'd light a fire under your ass or some shit. And because I know that you care about Bear, right? It's like, if I challenge you to defend Bear or make you feel like you have to get in a situation, do something to protect Bear, you're going to do it. I've watched you protect your family before by certain choices that you and it just makes more sense to me to fuck with you that way versus with Sam and seeing her uncomfortability with her own husband in her video. It's kind of easy.
Well, not too long ago, somebody came in the live and they're like, "Oh, they're over there dogging Bear now." Speaking about Sam and Brittany Ann and all them, and we didn't even bother to go watch it because basically, if you're trying to dog Bear, you're bothered. You're literally resorting to everything everybody else has done, and there for a little while, Sam was in like copy GOP mode, like every little, like when she first came in that live and she's like, what's he gonna do when he runs out of kratom and shit? And I'm like, really? You're going to fucking kratom? Or what does Bear think about this? Everything that she's done, everybody else has tried before. So it really lets me know not only do you not have anything to use against me, but you're trying to use stuff that others have used. But when I say that woman is jealous of Bear, I believe that. I mean, nobody, like, you can't make, like they try to make comments like, "Oh, she's trying to fuck Goose or Boo or whoever" when they're talking about you. They can't do that to me. They cannot. They can't say shit about Bear. They can't make those comments. Like Abby made a comment the other night. She's like, "Bear better protect her marriage because Augie's coming," and that shit literally goes in one ear and out the other, and it doesn't resonate with anybody on our side of TikTok because everybody on our side of TikTok that knows us has been there for our story to begin. They've seen that begin. They've seen it all the way up until the present. So people can't fuck with that when it comes to us.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And
I'm jealous of Bear because you put Bear on a pedestal that Vinny does not put her on.
And it's like the comment that you made, and you were absolutely right. If you made that comment to Bear, don't phase Bear at all, you know? I mean, because, you know, Bear and I are both confident in our relationship and we're very self-aware, but Sam pretty much proves that she is not when you making that little comment can bother her so fucking bad to where she is still talking about it.
Now, you missed her first video that she was on vacation with her husband, okay? And I had said that, you know, she's not his type. I still stand by that. She makes a video of her at the beach after getting online and then coming and telling me that her husband loves her. She goes and makes a video while she's at the beach, and it was something like along the lines of, "This man would move mountains to get me to the beach." And I was like, but you're talking about me and Rachel De Palma while you're on this vacation with the love of your life. Make it make sense.
And that's something else that you know has severely bothered her is Rachel De Palma, because every single live that she's in, it goes back to Rachel De Palma.
Like, I literally, whenever this first started, because people made those comments, and I told them, I'm like, I just don't want her to ever get in a place where she thinks that she can come between us, because I don't want to have to hurt somebody's feelings. That's my like, I don't like being mean, but I can, you know?
Yeah, no, and you could tell that, but you could tell that about you, Bear. Like, you really can. And you could, like, y'all, you wouldn't even have to get to that point because, like,
oh, I know that.
The way that y'all have, like, the laughter and shit between y'all, it's like you can tell that y'all are, like, you met your partner, you met your you know, your other half. You can see that. But she doesn't get the same support from her husband. Her husband wants absolutely nothing to do with the things that makes her, like, the things she's interested in, right? Like, you can't tell me her husband thinks that this shit's awesome. He doesn't. He knows how much of a risk it is. He doesn't want to do things like this because he's just different than she is, right? Like, that's not, the match doesn't matter, in my opinion.
I would say he's probably just catering to her. Like, he probably does not give a fuck about what she's got going. Like, she made the comment the other day, "Oh, there's this one person, whenever she's live, he'll be like, yeah, turn her up, I want to listen." Your husband ain't trying to listen to that bullshit.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to. Do you not understand? She was so close to risking his entire career, everything he's ever fucking worked for. Okay, and how the fuck she pulled it off, no idea. Okay, but that Mike Lil situation, she bullied a veteran until he was literally posting videos of himself with all these cut marks up his arms. And instead of backing off, they doubled down and started laughing and making fun of him and posting him cutting himself and shit. And whether it's for attention or not, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's still very dangerous to get to that point, and like you not just backing off is horrible. But the thing is, she was being paid to do that shit as a revenge coach.
And I think that's why Dodge went after Lady A for the whole Nate thing, because just because it was a big joke for everybody in that live, like when he did all that bullshit, you still don't know somebody's mental place. Like you should, like at that point, like he did all that, back off. Like, you know what I mean? Like let him do his thing for a little bit.
And like they don't realize that I agreed with like Dodge and Booze's stance about Nate, because I've had the same conversations with Nate, and I know that he needs help and stuff, and I expressed my concern like publicly, privately, and even still, if he called me right now, I'd answer the phone, and he knows that I'm not happy with him because the whole stunt that he pulled the other night, he did it to tell. He says that he did it to try to get the attention and heat off of me. And I was not okay with that. Now, do I believe that 100%? No, I don't. I believe that he does have some issues, and it's okay. He's going to get there. I do believe Nate is going to see the light eventually. But I don't believe in going at somebody over and over and over if they have mental health problems or if they are displaying like behavior where you're concerned about them possibly unaliving themselves. I don't think it's okay. Hell, when Dodge said that I might pull up one day, and he was like, she might be crazy enough just to do it. I backed off quite a bit because I don't want to fuck with some. I didn't know if he was telling the truth or not. And I didn't want to give that like impression, but then he pissed me off, and then I made a video like, "You're right, I would with a gun," kind of thing. But I try to not go and fuck with people if I know that they have issues like that going on.
It's like beating up the weakest kid on the block. Like you're just doing it for fun now. Like you're not doing it because they're picking on you. You're doing it for fun, and that's
yeah. Like look at her beat all of the videos she's made about my BPD. I mean,
he's literally not strong enough to defend himself. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Sam thinks that she can self-diagnose like all these people and stuff for her, and I even made a video showing like I've been diagnosed with this shit since 2017. It was a late diagnosis in life because my family don't believe in mental health problems. Like they don't believe in mental health really until recently, when they saw the difference with me. And so I'm good with my mental health, but I hate how everybody in this game tries to use that to negate when I point out their behavior. Like, y'all are doing these things. Stop doing that. Brittany tried to gaslight me one day and say that all this stuff was just my BPD because I said she's an abuser, because she is. She's at that point and she's not seeing it. And she's like, this is all your BPD. I was like, no, it's not. Like, I hate that shit because I know that I'm not the only one they're doing it to. They've done it to Bella. They've done it to multiple people that they know are open and secure with their mental health. Like, I can't stand it. And people are dumb enough to believe them. They're like, oh yeah, she's just crazy. But no, we're not. But that's how dirty low they play. You know, that tells me everything I need to know about them. So, I don't know.
We're going to listen to some more. I still want to find this Civil War fucking comment she made.
And she thinks about it so much and in such a great detail that she believes it. So the next live, right, she has hammered this belief into her brain, and then he does it again. He reinforces that, right, by like cussing me out because I said something about Augie, and that reinforces her prior belief system. And it's just cementing it in until she turns into
cussing her out because hold on. Let me turn my camera on. I like for people to see my face when I speak. cussing you out because you said something about Augie. You are so fixated on yourself and you're fixated on Augie that you don't even realize the reasons why I do the shit that I do. And I just told Hellcat this morning. You're not going to come in my live and try to manipulate me by using Augie or by using Hellcat. And that's what you did when you came in my live. And that's why you got berated the other night. I've let you come in my lives plenty of times, and we've all had little shit talking sessions. Before that, Augie, you were in a live and they came in, and we were all just kind of making jokes about the drama to insult people, but we were being nice about it. And it was like a little competition. Like at one point I said, well, let me go to my Jade Chips account and see if I can see it. That's making jokes about them and their drama and shit. So we have no problems insulting each other in a playful way in a live. And Augie, I think Augie sat there and listened to that for a while, and then I think she did leave. But you didn't get fucking berated because of that. We were all in there and we were joined in that together. And then the very next night you got brave. You don't like the fact that Hellcat and I are friends. You don't like that. You don't like that you think you have this relationship with Hellcat. You don't want me to have that relationship, so you're going to try to manipulate that situation. Bitch, you came in my live and you started implying that Hellcat was saying these things about Augie, or that this was how Hellcat felt. And I told you real quick. I said, bitch, Hellcat's a fucking queen, and she don't need a fucking messenger to come in here and fucking insult somebody. Hellcat's got her own way of doing things. That's why your ass got cussed out. It didn't have anything to do with me wanting Augie to feel like she was protected. It was me letting you know, bitch, you ain't gonna do this shit in my life. You ain't gonna come in here and manipulate people in my life, try to pit them against each other, try to make me choose.
And that's the thing. I think she wanted me to feel like some type of way. I think she wanted me to feel like you didn't have I don't know. I think she really was trying to just start a fucking problem. But what Sam doesn't realize is I have no problems with my friends being friends with people that don't like me. I really don't. Like, I want people to like me, but I understand if they don't like me based off of truth, right? So if you know, like, the true me or the truth about me and you don't like me, that's fine. But it does bother me when people believe like lies and shit about me. But Sam doesn't understand that, like, I expect you to defend Hellcat. That is your friend. I expect you to, always have her back, and when she's not around too, but like, I'm not gonna put my friends in a situation to make them feel like they have to defend their friend against me. That's not fair. It's not right. And Sam can't. Her and that little group, they can't. They can't set their own shit aside. They make people choose them, or you got to go, and they're gonna ruin your life.
Yeah, well, it is a very, how you deal with rejection with your friends or disagreements can either be a redeeming quality or not. Like, and Goose is another example of this. I mean, Goose is going to have his fucking opinions, and fuck you, Dodge, if you don't like it. He and damn Hellcat have that same redeeming quality. But the only difference between Goose and Hellcat is Goose will try to damn troll me afterwards, and Hellcat's just like, and then fucking she does her shit, But that was the reason. That was the main reason why she got cussed out and berated in that particular live. It didn't have anything to do with me wanting Augie to feel like she was protected. It was just letting her know, bitch, you ain't gonna do that shit up in my live. You're not gonna try to use Hellcat against me.
Yeah, that's why we have hashtag blame Augie, because the amount of things that they blame on me for their own shit, and they won't see it, but they have to come up like, she just wasted all that time thinking about a way that she could spin you like getting mad at her. Like, she spent that whole time to come up with all of that to repeat it because it sounded good to her. And I just laugh at it. I'm just like, damn, like, I really do get blamed for everything.
Exactly what she was when Austin made his video saying, I made a mistake. I was drunk. She did come to Florida, right? And then her whole world shattered. This make-believe world that she had created in her mind, which was just a dirty piece of ass for Austin. But in Augie's mind, it was a real relationship. They were going to raise their children together. They were going to create this empire together. She was the one. They're going to be this power couple.
Question, and I've got a point to make behind this. Did you really think Austin was in love with you?
No. No. The time that Austin and I briefly, I was very confused. And I told him that. I loved him as my best friend, and I know that he loved me as his best friend too. And I think we got the lines blurred. But we never talked about a future together. We never talked about having kids. Fuck no. Right? It was never like that. It was the whole time we were trying to figure things out, and then Sam and Brittany just would not let that happen. For all of us privately, right? And it wasn't a long-term thing. This was like over the course of like a fucking month. But they had it in their heads that it was a lot longer than that. And it was never ever anything like that. And when I got to Florida, honestly, that was probably the best decision that I did make, because it was like I snapped out of the confusion and realized I did not want this. And I left the next day, and that was it. I went a whole another month without having to contact him. I was fine doing my own thing, living life. And I put out text messages, but it wasn't because he made that video saying those things. It was because they were running with me raping him. And that was the only reason why I put anything out. I wasn't even going to address it until they started accusing me of that shit.
The reason that I ask is because I had a similar conversation with Shell after, and it was months after everything happened with Shell, and the conversation was similar. Shell admitted that she liked the attention that she was getting from him, and that they were best friends. They were like, it was a friendship thing. And Austin, clearly, just from what we've seen of how Austin acted back then, Austin was in love with her. Now, she didn't reciprocate, but she did enjoy the attention. Now, with you, it's basically the same thing. I mean, y'all were like good friends and shit. And maybe, I don't know whether he considered, I don't know whether it was the same situation with Shell, but those two situations are very similar as far as the emotional attachment to each other. Shell and Austin, and yourself and Austin. The one person in that whole fucking triangle that can't say that is Brittany Cheyenne. Brittany Cheyenne was literally just out to hurt Allie, out to prove a point on TikTok. She even said it. I just wanted to see if I could get to him. And the most she ever did was what she did with him on FaceTime and shit. There was no emotional detachment. She was basically what Sam is calling the dirty piece of ass. I mean, that's Brittany Cheyenne.
Well, they've also tried to push that it was like completely one-sided, that it was this parasocial, like, whole relationship. No, it wasn't. Like, and that's the thing. There were, it's not like I just made this up in my head, or that this like friendship, I just like took it the wrong way. It's not it. That's not true. I had to put out messages to cover my own self. And when I tried to go back and tell the story, I still will never tell all the details that involve me, Austin, and Allie. I will never do that because it's nobody's business. But what I did have to put out, right, you can obviously see that was not the case. Like, there was like, these were like long conversations where it was like trying to figure things out, but you could tell that he definitely at that time had those strong feelings for me. And I do believe that it was just because of everything we had going on, because of those women and all the rest of the drama around us, that we just were so emotionally beat the fuck up that we just felt like we didn't have anybody else that understood. And that was a lot of why it even crossed that line. But up until like that last month, it was nothing like that ever. We were always just friends. I was mean as fuck to him a lot. But Brittany Ann wanted, and Sam too, they wanted to be able to control Austin. They wanted to be able to use him as a weapon. And as long as I was around, that was not going to happen. And they still have tried to do it, but he still won't cross that line because he knows, like, he'll catch himself now. But even though he's tiptoed and he's done some hurtful things, or said hurtful things, not done, but said, it's still not unforgivable, in my opinion. I understand why. And they tried to do the same thing to Allie. They tried to fucking push this whole shit onto her. And he knew that Austin he was always going to defend Allie, and he should. And so they tried every fucking way that they possibly could to, like, fuck with the women around Austin Foreman to try to make him do what they want him to do. And it ain't working. But they're still trying even with his new girlfriend. It's fucking stupid. It's weird.
Have you ever went back and looked at videos that you made private, friends only, or only you can see?
Yeah, normally I'd only do that because I make a truce with somebody.
You know, everybody always says, I'm not deleting the video because, you know, you want the numbers or something. And people say, well, just make it private or make it only you. And I was just going back looking at some of the lock on your profile are videos that only you can see, right?
Yeah, no, that's my secret stash. I will make my stuff public again if you don't hold up your end of the bargain.
Somebody save me from myself. Somebody save him from himself. You gotta find love within, and you gotta start loving yourself. Somebody save him. He's been crying for help. I don't know if you just can't tell, but fuck it, I made this till I can tell. Somebody save him. He's drowning in hell. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's my
He
88 again.
got unblocked because he made a song that he actually had my name in it. And it was funny. I'm not gonna lie, it was something about Dosey's doc or something. And Chili's, I can't remember. But it made me laugh so hard. But I used to block GOP too. That's the thing, like I don't want to be friends with people that are mean to me. So if they sound like they are saying something mean, I just block and move on. And that bothered GOP like a lot.
Girl, I had
Save her.
all the AFF blocked, all the where the dogs. I had all the groups were blocked.
Like, yeah, she would, like, anybody that had AFF in their name, Bear would just block them immediately.
That's how Snooks got blocked. I realized that. Like, if you look at my the list of messages, like you can see Snooks way down there in the beginning, and like I know, like she, like AFF probably was in her bio or something. Blocked. Everybody got blocked. After I got green lighted, everybody got blocked.
From all that is bad in the world, and he's going to protect her from everything. She does that with every guy. Every guy that shows her a little bit of protection, and she can almost split her belief system. She can do that with GOP. She can do that with Dodge. She can do that with Austin. She can do it with Goose, all at the same time.
Listen to what you're saying. Sam, listen to what you just said. She can split her belief system with GOP, Austin, Craig, Dodge. You're basically complimenting Augie, and you're actually like just showing people how she and Hellcat have a little more in common than you and Hellcat have in common, because Hellcat just got done saying the other day, everybody's morals are not the same. Not everybody believes in the God that you believe in or the love that you believe in and all this shit. So, I mean, you're trying to say that maybe she's a hypocrite, and maybe what the actual facts are is that Augie can just, she can see things the way GOP sees them, or she can see things the way Austin sees them. And to me, that's a redeeming quality, because y'all all have heard me fucking say this. I ain't having friends that don't like I'm not going to argue with you all the time. I'm not going to have a friend that I'm arguing with about shit. I don't want to hang out with people I have to argue with all the time. So, I want friends that can see things the way I see them. You don't necessarily have to believe what I believe, but you can see things the way I see them. Now, you got people on here. Now, I'm pointing out, and I'll just use the warrant for an example. I am pointing out the obvious. This is fake. Brittany implied that the warrant was real. Brittany led all of you to believe that shit. Anybody can see that. But for you to just sit here and tell me that that's bullshit, you can't see where I'm coming from when I say that, then something is seriously wrong with you. And that's why I say I'm ashamed to have had some of the friends that I've had in the past, because they're just sheep.
Yeah, and then I agree. I don't know. I think it's because the way that I think Sam sees me not as her competition really, but as Brittany's, and I don't think that she likes that at all. Because even Craig told me when I came back, he was like, your videos and your receipts, he said you could run circles around Brittany Ann. And he was like, don't let them get in your head. Just go back to focusing on doing that. But then when they started trying to troll me about my degree and stuff, I've never flaunted my degree and shit. I actually like when people think I'm dumb, because that's my biggest my biggest weapon. That's my shield. And so I just started speaking up a little bit more, and it fucking drives them a lot crazier than I thought it would.
Well, I like what you said. I don't know if you said it I think you said it to Brittany Ann at one point, because she was talking shit about your 2-year degree, and you made the comment, you're like, would you rather be the person that got made a fool out of by somebody with no education or somebody with an education? Because if you got to be made to be a fool by somebody with no education, to me that looks a lot worse than somebody that was maybe trained or had the education to make you look like a fucking fool.
Well, I said that when they were trolling me about being a crackhead. They were which I never did crack before, just so everybody's aware, never did that. But I said, well, you know what? Would no, I said something along the lines you are so bothered by a crackhead, but at least now I'm a crackhead with a degree. It's the truth. That's something that I have up on them. I'm in the field. I use this shit to actually inspire me to go back to school to get a degree, because I realized I was good at it. Right. And that's something that they did not do. They didn't get a degree in something that they like.
Where did GOP say he was going to work?
Yeah.
Same time, she'll go along to get along, just to maintain that.
I've just never heard her talk so much. Even over there with GOP and East and stuff, she would stop. She has not. I've never heard so much. She went on about John Zuckerberg with her forever.
That's because Dodge, like Ella is saying, Dodge is asking her. Dodge is pushing for that information from Augie, and Augie's just giving it all to him.
No, it's because Dodge does what he always does. Dodge shuts the fuck up and lets people talk. Dodge doesn't have to fucking talk all day long. Dodge likes to hear other people speak, especially when he agrees with what they're saying. I mean, that can go one of two ways. Go ahead.
Not only that, but your friends reflect on you. So, like, if your friends are sounding stupid, you're not going to chime in every 5 minutes whenever they sound stupid. You're just going to shut up and let them sound stupid by themselves. Y'all can. I've noticed her sounding more mature, just because she's in our boxes versus theirs, and I like. And listen, I don't pay attention much because I don't like to. But when it comes to all the haters, but I mean, what little bit I did hear of Augie before was along the lines of how you hear all of them. You know what I mean? They all sound like they're crashing out every 5 minutes, and that's, you know, you get thrown in that bunch. You don't sound very smart.
Yeah, well, they would sit there and like text me over and over and over and over and over until they finally sent a text that just fucking made me just lose my temper. Like I'm not the best at holding my tongue, but I'm also very good at holding my tongue, and I do hold back. But this ain't nothing different. They're lying to people because, dude, I've always done this. When it came to Austin, he would go live, and people, his numbers would double if I was going to be in that live because they knew that we had receipts. And so he would let me have the floor. Same with Craig. When I first showed up with Craig, like I got him to talk about Courtney before. That's how I knew that this would work, about him explaining his side again, but in more detail, because at that time I was trying to figure out, but he was so calm. And I did the exact same thing back in May, right before or right around the same time as the email. And like that's just the thing. Like they're the only ones lying to themselves about this shit. None of it's true.
And they're still acting like Craig has told two totally different stories, and he hasn't. And that was one of the reasons why we had the live yesterday, was because I wanted to see if Craig was capable of telling me two different stories a year later. And that fucking story is still the same verbatim. And I mean, this is where
we're not triggering him. We didn't interrupt him. We let him talk.
Exactly. This is where, you know, people are getting misled. They're thinking that these people are leading them to believe that Craig has told two totally different stories. No, y'all just fucking, y'all come in and y'all laugh and y'all cut up and y'all make jokes and y'all get him pissed off, and then he goes into these damn rants or whatever, and he might misspeak. But if you give that summit a fucking controlled environment where, and Mojo, I hope that somebody lets Craig know exactly how you were talking about him a couple days ago. But you got people like Mojo that are saying, "Oh, he was on trial. It's like he was in a courtroom and he was being put on trial." No, he was just being allowed to give his fucking testimony without people fucking badgering the witness or treating the witness like they were hostile. It was basically the equivalent of what a defense attorney defending somebody would do. Hey, here's a question for you. Can you answer this? And the only difference was there was nobody in there to do a cross-examination.
Yeah, I pulled a Brittany Ann on him, and he didn't even realize it, and she didn't realize it either. But I did exactly what Brittany Ann attempted to do and failed every time, because she can't let people talk. She talks about how she loves to let people talk. She can't do that. She can't do that. Once you get her to a point where you'll say an answer, and that's something I had to learn the hard way, was to make my answers very short with her, or to have a man answer for me, right? That fucks with them, and they will just start word vomiting. And like the thing is with Craig, I did exactly what Brittany did when she first got attention on this, right? She went over to JPK's live, and she asked him questions, and she would intentionally try to fuck with him or throw him off, and she would try to get him to like bring out certain shit just so she had a reason to be able to talk about it. That was why I was so focused on her and Austin speaking. Like, you made this man's best friend turn against him, and he influenced a whole lot of people that adored the fuck out of Craig and have a lot lot of people have had to come back around and say, yo, we were wrong. They've had to swallow their pride when it came to Craig. They both agree. Yeah, hang on one second, buddy. Aunt Bee's on her way. Both sides agree, though, that it sounded like you had, like, coached Craig. So both sides are saying that they both think that you're actually telling the truth when you tell your own fucking story. You know, it's like they both helped each other, and they're both saying that I'm the problem. Hang on.
Well, that's why I asked crazy questions about the intimate part, because you know the bruises were a question. I mean, the one time that I've had the most bruises in my whole entire life during an intimate session was with a cop, and it was not like unwanted. It was just, it was aggressive. But I mean, and that's why I ask those questions, because different positions and how you hold somebody down, like I get thumbprints or fingerprints on me easily. It doesn't take much. Like, I bruise easily, but all you got to do is put your hand on my arm a certain way, and I'm gonna have bruises there probably.
You know why I changed my whole stance about actually listening to this situation with Courtney? Because I used to refuse, but it's kind of exactly like what you're talking about there. It was there was little things like the bruises and stuff that just stood out to me. And when I started thinking about it, I, out of the blue, randomly texted Craig and I said, did Courtney get in trouble for meth specifically? And he was like, yeah, how did you know? And I said, well, that's because I used it before. And personally, and I could be wrong, and I'm not saying it's fact, this is just from my experience and listening to certain things that she said, I believe it was so important for her to have another room, because I don't think that at that time she was sober. I don't think she was. I think that's why she showed up late. I think that's why she was focused on the room, because she knew she was going to come down if she didn't have a place to be able to use. And I know when you are coming down off that specific drug and you start drinking, then it can make you feel like you were drugged, except you are completely functional and having conversations still, but you're completely blacked out for either an hour, or it could be a couple hours, or it could be a few minutes. And that's what I thought.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt y'all. I'm trying to. I guess Craig can't get text messages from me because I guess maybe he's got my number blocked. I gotta message him on TikTok.
And Mojo, he doesn't understand. Like, I still, till this day, have not, like, told him. I haven't sent him things that they're saying about me or nothing. I just said, like, I know that they're doing it when it comes to me and Craig. They'll send him shit that I put in the comments or little clips of whatever that I've said. And then if it bothers him, he'll message me. And I'm just like, it's because I was responding or trying to defend myself. Like, he doesn't want to be involved in the fight between me and Easton. That's fair. I understand that. And he's right. She should not be in the middle of it. But the thing is, she is using shit and saying that he said it, or she's like just running with bullshit that if Craig was around, he would be like, that's not true, or he would make her stop saying it. But he doesn't want to get involved. So I just don't be sending this shit. And I just tell him every time, listen, if you really want to know why I'm saying certain things, then you need to do a good job and listen, or just stay out of it altogether. Like, because I'm not trying to be mean to Craig. I'm the only person in this entire fucking thing that has actually said I'm not a fan of his right now. I'm hurt by him saying that he's my friend and not being a good friend. But that doesn't change the fact that I still believe him, right? I still believe his story about Courtney, and I still believe what they're doing to him is wrong. But both sides are now agreeing that Craig is not telling the accurate story of how things went down, or trying to make it out like I'm making him spin his story, and I'm not. I'm asking the questions that I've seen a lot of women say over and over and over for months now that Craig has never answered. Okay, you shut up. You're the problem.
And that's what I was doing too. I was trying to ask things from a woman's perspective, because I know, like, I think a lot of women got hung up on the whole bruises thing, and I'm like, you know, it just really depends. Like, you can get bruises from anything. And I don't know where they were placed. I don't know where they were. I don't know what they look like. I don't know the situation. But I mean, I do know if you spend a good hour going at it, you gonna probably come out looking a little bit different.
I want to retouch up on this because we didn't, hold on. We figured out that Brittany Ann was ground zero for, the whole start of the Courtney thing. But what we didn't look at, and this is what I just asked Craig to send me, and that's their messages from the time they got back leading up until ground zero, because I remember him showing them to me before, and y'all might remember me showing those conversations that we had on the couch. I was outside on my porch and he was telling me all this shit, and half the time I was yawning because, Craig, I don't give a shit about all this. I was like, okay, I don't need to hear about all this. I just want to know the explanation for what you've done to me. So I was ignoring a lot of this. But I remember seeing the text messages leading up until ground zero, and that's kind of a big deal, because if all of your text messages are cordial and yeah, I had a great time, can't wait to do it again and all this shit, all the way up until Courtney or until Brittany starts harassing Courtney, then that means something. And we didn't actually look at those, so he's going to send them to me.
There's another pattern that I know I'm on to something, because Brittany Ann made a video about it, and when she does, especially if she laughs and she tries to turn it back on me as a conspiracy, I really think that I know I'm on to something, right? And if you notice at that time, a lot of the main men in this whole charade all seem to have had a situation with a woman, that whether they were married or if they just were inappropriate or straight up great, right? They all had each little group around us, right? All the little subgroups around us, they all had some type of scandal with a woman. And I made a video, I hope to send it to you. And Brittany Ann, she was like, oh my God, Augie tried to turn her affair into a conspiracy theory. And it was not even about me. It wasn't even about me, but Serena and Daryl and fucking Craig and Courtney and some other people. I'm not going to name names because it didn't get too much attention, and I don't want to put them back through that. But it was like they have a pattern of this shit. So when you asked the other day if Craig thought Courtney maybe was sent to set him up, that's a very fair fucking question to ask.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm starting to wonder, and I don't know why. Biscuits gave us the explanation that she saw how Craig was acting towards me, and she thought, no, this ain't right. This motherfucker's just feeling guilty and shit. And that was the whole reason behind her contacting me. Somebody that I'd never met before. And I don't know if she reached out to Bear first, or maybe to me, I don't know. But I mean, Bear was a part of that whole conversation, but it got me to wondering whether maybe Brittany Ann sent Biscuits my way to get me to out Craig with that story. What's that?
He does that. That's like the whole fake or the Google dick pic, right? That we all kind of talk about with the female Austin. Come to find out, female Austin was sent to actually set up Craig, and then she ended up getting feelings for him. And it's funny because she says it was Texas Tatted Mama that had the idea to send her in to fuck with Craig. And it was around the same time that Texas was coming at you so hard. And so, yeah, I'm going to send you this video. You're going to have to watch it, and then you'll see that there is definitely a pattern with them. Now, proving it would be hell. But it obviously, there's something there as far as the same pattern of behavior. Plus, you couple that with their man hate that they have in their hearts. It's fair. It's fair.
Does anybody have a picture of Mac?
Yes. Did you know that all the men that she's targeted, they all tuck their ears in their hat?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I noticed looking at Izzy back when she showed me the video of Izzy. Was it Izzy? Yeah. That all of these guys kind of have a lot in common, like similar looks, and I'm just wondering what Mac looked like.
Okay,
But
so look, I don't want Booze to think that I'm saying anything negative about him because I'm not. Yes, okay, so Mac doesn't look like Izzy and Craig would, right? But they used Mac, they used a guy named Scala, just like they did to Booze. And they're all from New Jersey. And when you listen to them speak, they all sound the same. They all have these they can say the most outrageous things to like scare people, right? And that's what Brittany's kind of MO is with these men. And so they all do have very much similar patterns. But as far as Craig and Izzy, they were they have the attention grabbing, you know what I'm saying? So they're the target victim that you want them to see. And then you have the other men that are targeted that they know how to fuck with. When they were talking about getting Mac's body cam, do you know that they didn't just do that? His son was shot by the police, and they got that body cam and they put it on TikTok, and he had to hear his son's last moments. They're fucking evil fucking bitches. They're horrible.
I want to listen to some more of this before Craig sends that stuff, because I don't want to. I'm literally trying to find that clip, but I don't want to get off into the subject of Craig again and then lose track of what I'm looking for.
She feels safe, and she's so desperate for attention.
Right.
No one has cared enough about, Augie, to actually fucking ask these questions. Not that Dodge cares. He has a reason for it. But
yeah, Augie has some
eating it up.
Yeah, Augie has some kind of disorder. Or
that's
something.
what I was expecting you to say. Is she
right?
She going through one of her episodes?
No, she's like this all the time. She has this. She probably has a variety of disorders, right? There's just probably so much comorbidity, it's almost unbelievable. But there's definitely one where I can almost guarantee that as a child, she was absolutely exhausting to whoever was keeping their eye on her in the moment, right? Just an exhausting child. And to the point where it became ignoring her, right? Or overlooking her. If she wasn't causing danger or problems in the moment, let her say and do whatever she wants. We're numb to it. And unless she is in danger, right? Unless she's in danger, she's don't pay her any attention. She's whatever. That's just how she is. So she's loud. She's exhausting. Unless she's in danger, don't even pay her attention. Well, now that's where she creates this whole thing about that she's in danger. Everybody's attacking her. A man, and it's probably her dad, and a man needs to come and protect her. And she can now divulge every bit of information that she has, which is everything that's just made up in her mind. It's all paranoia. Mm-hmm. And she can just, a catastrophizing. She can do that. Yeah, catastrophizing. She can do that, and right now she's just doing it with Dodge, and she was doing it with GOP, right? And now she's kind of got GOP where she wants him.
Mm-hmm. Same with Goose.
And same with Goose. She's got those both where she wants them. She doesn't even know she's doing it too much, but now she's moved on to Dodge, who is bigger and scarier and louder and more aggressive. So he's more of a protector in her eyes, and that's how she winds up getting into the mouths of maniacs.
Well, did anybody hear this morning when?
Oh, y'all keep in mind, she's a self-taught expert.
Drive, I guess Augie gave him to go to, and he started naming off all the folders in the Google Drive, and one of them was Augie's noodles.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Which is so funny because we made the joke that she probably had.
Play that video. You really should. You should play that video so they could just shut up and feel like they're fucking idiots.
Should
And
we
the thing is,
make a fool out of them?
we should.
We should go straight to the Google Drive, straight to Augie's Noodles. Let's do it. And I'll be real quick about it.
This is my currency.
There you see it. Augie's Nudes.
Can you make your screen bigger?
You know, that reminds me of that one time that Craig was on live showing a picture of Booze without clothes on, and then everybody over in Dodge's live was laughing at Craig.
Yeah, I'm sick of this. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the fact that everybody is skipping over when it comes to Craig and that situation with Booze. If you look at the fucking photo that I have right here, that's me completely naked. I'm actually a victim of revenge porn. And right above it, that picture right above me, by the way, I'm the one that blurred out the fucking photo. But where that magnifying glass is, right above my image, is fucking Booze, butt-ass naked. And guess who the fuck posted it first? Dodge. And guess who Diablo Bronco is? Booze. He didn't have a problem then. As a man, tell me how funny you think it is now. Go ahead, tell me how fucking funny you think this shit is now. And tell me if Craig was in the fucking wrong. And don't worry, I got plenty more fucking receipts where that came from. Do you see this blurred out image? Yeah, that's just one of the fucking photos and videos of me. And the very fucking photo that they have up there is included in these fucking images. And you know who got them? Booze. And do you know who texted it to Dodge? Booze.
Some more things are making sense. I now know why.
I'm going to be dropping a timeline. It's actually very important to follow along with. You're like me, and you need notebook, paper, pen. Go ahead and get it out. So more than likely, this will be several parts, because we have to get through an entire month, and a lot happened. And this timeline is actually just going to be my side of things, and this is all you're going to get from me. I do know.
And that's all that folder was. It was a video that Augie made talking about her noodles being exposed, you dumb cunt. I don't know which dumb cunt that was. It was either, I'm assuming this is KT, Paris. Let's rewind and figure out which dumb bitch that was.
It was Chrissy.
Drive, and one of them was Augie's Noodles.
I'm sure.
Which is so funny because we made the joke that she probably had noodles in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll accidentally drop that with it. Yeah.
Do y'all feel stupid now? Sam, do you feel stupid?
Yeah, the whole point about that was I was trying to explain to you why I was so angry and upset with you about that situation. And there's more in that video that you know and they know about because they're friends with the dumb woman. Right? That's the whole point. I know that you would have never known that had I not shown you why I was so upset about it. They know why I'm upset about it. They know the truth behind it, and they just want to continue to lie and make it seem like I'm just a whore.
But it's just good content for y'all. Y'all don't give a fuck whether y'all are lying or not. You don't give a fuck whether you're misleading people. And I don't give a fuck either because I get to make a fool out of your ass with that shit. We just saw in real time y'all make comments that are completely fucking absurd, and you got made fun of for it. I want to rewind.
Was Augie's Noodles.
I'm sure.
Which is so funny because we made the joke that she probably had noodles in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she'll accidentally drop that with it. Yeah. She'll be working with somebody and she'll be like, "Oh, let me send you this Google Drive," and in the Google Drive is a folder of her.
Yeah, they were opening
they were openly discussing it. Like, she was texting him, and I think Bear was even in the live, and he was like opening them, and they were, talking about it, and there was commentary, and like he was describing it, like, so he's seeing them.
Have I ever shown you what I've actually seen, Augie?
I just assumed that one photo.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Well, no, like I've seen the website, but I've never actually seen like anything else. I've seen enough to be able to like debate about whether you're a size 12 or not. But other than that, literally just making complete fucking fools out of themselves.
And the thing is it's okay for us to have all the women on TikTok send you their boobs, and they're okay with me being okay with that.
I wish you'd quit finishing my sentences for me.
Yeah, you just hush and let me do it. But I mean, like I'm supposed to be. The boob palooza is all fine and dandy. We can all send Josh our boobs. Bear will be fine with that. But Augie, I mean, really, like, dude, she's a naked woman. All of us are naked women. He's seen them before. It's not gonna be like, oh my God, he's looking at another naked woman. Why?
And not only that, but some of y'all on your side have actually sent me full on fucking noodles. Augie hadn't sent me shit. Just saying. All right. I want to go to the messages that Craig just sent me so we can touch up on that real quick. So let me get them saved to my phone and then I'll share them. Hold on.
There, read my comment. Go up a little bit.
You go right ahead. I will vouch for you.
They'd be so mad. They're listen, go down that road. They're gonna be angry because
I'd be like, that's why she went by Red and Glossy for a while. Okay.
That's the thing, and it's not even the fact that like Dodge has seen me naked. It's the fact that they're taking the permission away, right? Like they're literally giving it, like just passing this stuff around to these men that I don't know, and like I'm saying no, and they're not listening. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like, what kind of advocates are you?
Yeah, I completely get it. Sorry, I'm mopping. I'm bringing in today. I'm mopping my floor.
How they have to double down on the situation with me because they played. Listen, it was not booze. It wasn't Dodge. It wasn't a man that brought it to TikTok. Right? It was two women, Tracy and Lady in Black. And when Lady in Black first, found them, I was just as shocked as everybody else. Like the woman went onto Twitter, pretended to be me, posted photos of my son, my nieces, my nephew, my grandpa, literally made it seem like it was me, and then started posting that stuff and sending it around to men. And they know that. I was friends with them when that happened. And then when we stopped being friends, and they knew that situation bothered me, Tracy is the one that started bringing it back around. And so now they know that they fucked up, and they know enough to be nervous that I did go to the police, and there is an investigation on it, and I have a lot of proof about that, but I'm not lying. But they need for me to be lying to save them.
Sorry. All right. New video. We'll just do them in order, I guess. And then we'll add the next one. so that we can pause it, because he sent me a video of the messages.
Can you fix your screen though? Like I still have you in a little box.
Hold on. How do I expand myself? Hold on.
Well, it's weird. This live, I almost feel like you might need to reset because it's not like.
Talk amongst yourself.
Still mopping. Where's GOP? GOP, what are you doing? Is he still working?
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's doing.
I'm minding my business. What about y'all?
You don't never mind your business. You minding my business, but you don't never mind your business.
I was say that's like an oxymoron.
He never minds his own business.
I do mind my own business. Y'all the ones wondering where I'm at.
We care.
We like you. We like you.
Dogs, what color shirt you got on? Gray or white?
Blue?
Let me see your armpits.
Why you want to see my armpits?
I just want to make sure you're not over moist.
I am. It's hot.
That's not weird at all.
All right, so let's do this dance. All right. Now, I just saw Craig come in the chat. So Craig, what date did y'all go on the date?
Is he still here?
I don't know. Does anybody know the date of the...
Yeah, just give it to me. He's here. He'll tell you.
I'm pretty sure it was like, they said something about 11 days. So let's say 11 days from the 16th, so maybe the 1st? That don't sound right.
Oh my God, I was about to say, where the hell you come up with that?
I'm doing math in my head.
11 days from the 16th is the 1st. Yep.
No, now listen, no. I know that's why it came out like that. But no, it's because I was trying to think about how many days prior to, that was the first day that I mentally know about like this whole, just Austin existing, right? So I try to do a few days before that day.
Okay, does anybody that was around back then know the date of the date with Courtney and Craig?
Hang on, let me text MJ.
Craig said he'll send it.
We might be able to tell by looking at the messages.
Look at the DoorDash. Is there a DoorDash one right there?
Hey, if you're in the group chat and you're texting me right now, and your phone number might not be saved to my phone, so.
Bear, I almost yelled at Dodge for you. Because when I saw the message pop up at the top, I was like thinking we were looking at his text messages, and I saw "Hey baby," and I was like, "Who's saying that? Who's saying that? Are you cheating on her mother?"
All right. Let's just see if we can figure it out in the process. So this is November 16th. I'm assuming Craig is the blue and Courtney is the gray.
That's a good assumption.
All right. November 16th. I wonder if I can just slow this down to where we can, like, where's speed at? There we go, speed. Let's,
We can't see anything.
y'all can't see what I'm looking at?
I mean, you gotta fucking, you're shaking, though.
Is the box not small to y'all? Like, I have him as a little square.
No, he's a big rectangle.
Okay, let me go out and back in.
So why don't you
But I'm not.
that?
All right. So, November 16th.
It says, good morning, baby.
November 16th.
How do you all feel, love?
November, stop it, Juppy. All right, November 16th, which is a Saturday. Good morning, baby, is Craig's text. She says, good morning. How do you all feel? She says, okay, being lazy. That was at 10 in the morning on the 16th. All right, later on during the day, hey, baby.
Mind you, we don't know how many times Craig was live during this point, and she was there. We don't know how many times they spoke on the phone between these text messages. We don't know. She could have been sleeping this day.
So she says, hey, back. He says, what are you doing? She says, just woke back up. I'm assuming this is right after the trip.
Very interesting conversation.
Shut up. Just woke up. He says, bless your heart, honey. She says, I don't feel good. He says, your throat. She says, and body aches. Feel hot behind my
ears.
Does she say that? I don't see the ears part, but anyway.
Oh, eyes.
All right. Later on in the night, hey, I miss you. I miss you too, babe, is her reply. He says, I'm going to work on a video with you and probably post it if you're okay with that. As long as you don't use any cringe, drunk videos, knock yourself out.
Like the ones of her dancing happily at the bar that she sent to show. Having a good time.
Hold on, I want to rewind this part. All right. I love that. As long as you don't use any cringe drunk videos, knock yourself out. He says, laugh out loud. I love that video, woman. She's like, no, I hate it. Please don't. All right. Ugh, I don't much. At least not the part of me dancing, laugh out loud. Grr. Fine, but let me see before you post it. Deal. I feel so bad, babe. She's sending him a message saying, I feel so bad. Babe. Notice she's not saying, I'm so sore, did you grape me? All right. I'm sorry, princess. Anything I can do? She says, I took ibuprofen, but I still ache and feel like I have a fever. No, but thank you. Craig says, I wish I was there too, baby you and help you with the boys so you could relax. To which she replies, we did watch a really, really good movie. The boys had just watched in the theaters last month, but they wanted to watch it again. What is it? We're already in bed. They're on their tablets, blah, blah, blah. a cartoon. I was crying over a bunch of animated animals. Laughing emojis. Is it your monthly? She said, nope.
Damn, I was about to say that same thing.
Even worse, laugh out loud. Then there's a video. Okay, this is just basically banter. Joe wants me to call him tomorrow to talk, laugh out loud. I don't know what this is. What is this video of? Love it except for the video. So this is Craig and Courtney, I'm assuming. Craig, do you still have that video?
That's from their date.
Yeah, send me that video.
She mean to love it except for the video.
Love it except for the video. Laugh out loud.
I bet you I know
Please,
what it is.
I can move it to the end. Fine.
Yeah, she's okay. So I think I know what it is. I don't have that video saved, but I think I know what she's talking about. There is a video of her like literally having fun at the bar.
Does it play in the text feed?
It was cute.
Now, I want y'all to look at this comment. She says, there are too many crazies lurking your page, babe. I don't know about that part. He said, okay, I won't add them. I switched it up a little and posted it. Good morning, my love. Good God, he wrote a damn book. We'll skip that. I'm assuming that's just a really long love letter, to which she replied, thank you, baby. I truly appreciate you. I wish you were here. I feel so bad. I managed to get up and get the boys some cereal, but I'm definitely not winning Mother of the Year today, and they keep fighting. I need medicine. But no way am I going anywhere. Callie wanted us to come over because my nieces keep asking for me. I miss her. Oh, baby, I'm sorry. I wish I was there too, Princess. Oh, my God. I sound like a jackass reading this shit. Oh, baby, I'm so sorry. I wish I was there too, Princess. Do you need to go to the doctor? You're so hard-headed sometimes. Now, let's look at the dates on these. Okay, so this is November 17th. All right, so on November 6th, these are all messages on November 16th. I'm assuming this is November 17th.
Yeah, this is when things start. Or no, it says November 17th. It might all be from November 17th because I think it started at like 12.
Okay, so he has messaged her a few times and she hasn't responded, and he says baby and she says yes, and he says how are you feeling, any better, and she says terrible. Do you need me to send supper for you? No thank you, I DoorDashed some groceries so I could make taco soup. I'm cooking now. A few more messages from Craig. All right.
Was he born before punctuation?
I don't know, but all right. So now, what date? I want to go back and look. Does anybody know the date that Does anybody know the date that Brittany went and commented on Courtney's page? What date was it?
November 18th, around 10:30 a.m.
Okay, so we're still on November 17th at this point. All right.
Oh my God.
So she sent it. Okay, wait, hang on. So she sent Craig the screenshots, and it says 2 hours. So I'm assuming it was about 8 a.m. And Courtney starts to stop text Craig.
All right, these are still messages between them. Okay, these are November 15th messages. I might have these backwards. This is them planning their trip, I guess.
But those dates match up alone. When things change between her and the texting to Craig is when the fucking trolling and shit from Brittany and her friends started.
All right, well, I've got one more video. Let me
Fuck, is his phone frozen or is it mine?
He went to go put the video in another thing so that way he could slow it down.
Is that what he done?
Yeah, like where you put it in TikTok and you can move it around. Makes it easier to slow down the text thread.
Okay,
They're weirdos.
I can't make much sense of.
He sent it to you, dude.
Wait, what did he just got?
No, he didn't send it to me. I just need to know the date of the trip when the incident supposedly
It
happened.
says
I just sent when we met.
I just sent when we met. I mean, what the hell? You sitting there pulling on your eyes?
What's the date? The date.
The 9th.
The 9th was when they met up.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? The 9th? Okay, so that's what I was wondering about, because that video looked like it was sent on the 9th. You mean to tell me that y'all met up on the 9th and a week later y'all are still, and this is the 16th, a week later y'all are still like, there's no problems. It's just witty banter. It's love notes and shit. Long fucking notes Craig's writing to Courtney. Long fucking responses. Fucking, it's all just everyday shit. It's almost like y'all are in a relationship. Talking about the kids. Talking about you being sick.
We need to go get those lives.
For a whole fucking week. That's what's going on. All the way up until the 16th. And let me guess, either around the 17th or the 18th is when Courtney gets in. Let's just look. Hold on.
Hey Craig, if you still have the live where y'all are joking about the pants and Courtney's in there.
That's Courtney commenting. That was around, so what, the 17th or the 18th? How many women do we have in the chat right now?
5 people, so I'm gonna say
about 23.
Yeah, that's about right.
To figure out that you got raped?
Nope. I also would know about bruises on my body, like, as soon as they happen, especially if I told a man that he was hurting me. I'd probably look the next day and see if I was being hurt by him, not a couple of days later.
And like I said before, like if there was times like where I just didn't like the type of things that we did in the bedroom, and I cut the guy off immediately. Like I just knew that it wasn't going to jive right. Like we weren't compatible in that department, and I cut him off immediately.
Let me give you a scenario.
That doesn't mean grape you either. And regret doesn't mean grape either.
Right.
You can't revoke consent after you consented. Well, you kind of can in the act, but you can't do it a week later.
Let me give you all a scenario. I don't know what that is, Megagen. All right, let me give you all a scenario. Say you go out on a date with a guy. You wake up the next morning, you're sore. You're sore as fuck. And he ghosts you. You never see him again. One of two things can happen. You can think, okay, that guy raped me, and then he just ghosted my ass. That's one thing. That's one possible scenario. Or people could look at it like, he ghosted your ass, you're scorned as fuck, and now you're trying to say that he raped you. That's another way to look at that situation. That is not even this situation. You went out with a guy. You woke up sore, and then for like the next week y'all are basically still in a relationship. Granted, it's y'all aren't in the same town, but y'all are still in the same relationship, or you're still doing the same shit. You still got the witty banner going on, you're talking about your days and all that shit for a whole fucking week, and you expect me to believe that you figured it out like a week or two later that he raped you?
Their whole argument is based off of the fact that she had told Craig she wanted 2 different rooms, and he did not do that. Even though it was discussed, and she didn't intend to sleep with him. Her intentions were never
about all that. I don't give a fuck about all that. What I'm saying is despite the damn logistics of the damn date, you mean to tell me after the date was over with, you went home for a whole fucking week and didn't figure out that you were raped until Courtney Ann basically told you that you were raped? For a whole fucking week, you're literally fucking like witty banner relationship. You're in a relationship for the, I mean, and I mean, let's face it, that's what you allowed Craig to tell me that you were in. This is my queen. This is my girlfriend. This is Courtney. The first night that I met you, Courtney. So, I mean, it's not like you weren't going along with that. Y'all were in a relationship. Y'all met up for a week. After y'all met up, you come home and you're fucking just, it's a relationship. Reading these texts, you think it's just an everyday relationship between a guy and his girlfriend for at least a whole fucking week. And then all of a sudden you got raped. In a situation. Go ahead.
In her story, there's a very, very important thing that she says in her story that I will never stop talking about. And she does not think anything happened. I didn't know that things happened until I spoke with a friend.
So now her excuse is she didn't look at her situation and know that she got raped until Courtney or until Brittany started filling her head with all this shit. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Lisa is right too. As far as they live from one another, like, because they were meeting halfway, I'm pretty sure, in Oklahoma. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Courtney may be from Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure I heard that at one point, or she lived there for a while. And so it was like a familiar area to her. So I guess because they probably were like, hey, this is close enough, and Craig felt like she would be comfortable there. So they agreed on that spot. It's still far enough away for both of them to have changed their mind at any point. She could have changed her mind. She had plenty of time to change her mind. That's why I asked Craig at any point in time, like, because I know he said she had issues with the babysitter, so it delayed things a little bit, right? So I said, is there anything that would have maybe seemed like she was changing her mind, or maybe she was nervous, or maybe she was second guessing herself, just to see if it was even a thought to second guess herself. And as of right now, no. There's nothing that would intend that she gave like signals that maybe she was uncomfortable or just really nervous. Nothing like that. For Craig to even think that they weren't on the same page, because it looks like they're still on the same page for a whole 9 days after they get back home.
Dodge, there's a question in here that says, "Are you attacking a victim?"
Yeah, and I blocked that person. I'm pretty sure that's one of Parrish's little troll accounts.
Wait, Paris, you got some nerve considering you went into my court records and has been blasting my abuser's name everywhere. The man that tried to kill me. And you want to talk about attacking a victim? Girl, bye.
Yeah, Paris.
Are you kidding me?
No, we're not kidding.
I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to keep saying it. You came back from a date, and everything leading up to that date was fine. We all know you had a good time on that date because, you know, a lot of people were a part of that date. Y'all like involved people in that date so much, in fact, that you actually laughed and told somebody, Craig's helping me put my pants on. You came back from that fucking date, and everything was fine. It's almost like y'all were in a relationship. You were sick. You were complaining about being sick or something. And having a cold or something like that, that's all fine and good, and you were sore. But for a whole fucking week, y'all were basically in a relationship and happy with each other, and then all of a sudden, after Courtney attacks you in the comment section of one of your videos, which you messaged Craig about and said, what the fuck is this? What's going on? Yeah, that's basically what you did. You sent Craig a message saying, why is this bitch saying this shit? Why are they threatening me? That's when you decided you were great. Call that victim shaming all you want. It just sounds like fucking common sense. Your story is completely unbelievable to me, to tell you the truth. In a scenario where you got ghosted the day after, it would be a little more believable, but still wouldn't be believable. Because somebody could say that you were just scorned because you got ghosted. That happens a lot. Bitches get ghosted and all of a sudden they got great. But in this particular scenario, or in this particular real life situation, you came back from that date happy as you could be, calling yourself Mrs. AFF General. And that's what the comment, if y'all look at this comment, if y'all can see it, run, you're being lied to by an abusive man. Do not ignore red flags with this one. You're a beautiful whatever. You deserve so much better for you. And then down below it, somebody's trolling, saying maybe she does deserve this. After looking at her page, I'm not sure she does deserve better. It's hard to make it out, but that's what it says. And they were giving you shit because you were calling yourself the Mrs. AFF General or whatever you were calling yourself. And that's when you decided you got great.
I can understand if you met somebody from work and you had a one night stand with them and you didn't like how things went, and you felt weird about cutting them off because you had to see them every day. You lived in the same area, you worked in the same place, and you let them on for a little while, or like let things drift apart because you like give them less attention, so that way things aren't weird just breaking it off right after. But this isn't the case. Like, he literally lives so far away. Telling him, I don't want to see you again, is literally that. Like, you don't live close enough to ever see each other again. Like, there's no losses there. There shouldn't be any like repercussions for you cutting somebody off after that date if you didn't like something that happened. Just my thought.
People keep talking about damn timelines, and that's the only timeline that's really important here, is the time leading up to what happened and that whole fucking week afterwards. The whole fucking week that it took you to figure out that you were great. Where'd Augie go?
She said she'll be right back. I gotta change the thing now. I can't see. I have literally cut people off, and then like they'll go to message me 6 months later, and I'll be like, I'm sorry, I don't have your number saved in my phone. And then they'll be like, oh, sorry. Like, they think that they can still try and tap back in, and I'm like, oh, I don't have your number saved. I don't know who this is. You weren't that important to me.
Hold on, I want to see if he sent me that video. All right, I'm going to send this to myself.
GP, what are you doing? I'm not doing shit. It was just like an iffy little area I just went through. I'm good now. What the fuck are they doing? Y'all both on fucking tea time. August gone. I sent where I told her to park so I could put her tag on my room so she doesn't get charged. He said he sent you where he told her to park.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to watch. Well, I'm about to watch. I feel like we're past the date now. I'm more concerned with the week after because I mean, we've already went over the date. I don't need to know logistics about where she was supposed to park and all that shit, but this last video that I saw that you sent me. Hold on, let me go back and put it in CapCut. New project. Okay, that's not it. Hold on.
I agree with you, Jen. And I've been in situations where I've let somebody take advantage of me a little bit more than what I should have in the time frame. And I'm not saying like grape or anything like that, but like did things like I look back and I'm like, that was intentional and that shouldn't have happened. And like I put myself in that position. I didn't recognize the signs. I didn't. That was me, you know.
This is what I want to look at. All right. Why am I not big anymore? All right, well, hold on. Okay, when were these text messages sent? Oh,
Scroll through them a little bit. You should see a timestamp. There you go.
November 14th. Okay, so I'm on my way to the tattoo shop. How did I get bruises all over my arm when? The other night, I guess. They're fading now, but I forgot to ask when I saw them the other day. Where at on your arm? Blah, 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 blah. Good morning, good morning. How did you sleep? Fine, just got back up. Though I'm on my way to the tattoo shop. Okay, all right. How did I get the bruises? Is that your forearm? Yeah, okay. Didn't mean blah, blah, blah. I don't know, babe. On one arm or both. Just my right arm. There's no telling. I bruise easily because of my aspirin. Can y'all read that?
Yeah. And he just asked, "Was I too rough?" And she said, "Why are you even asking that question? I'm not worried about that." Like, that's the response. Like, he's literally, "Was I too rough on you?" And she's saying, "That's not what I'm referring to." Like, why are you asking that?
November 14th. This sounds like a conversation that Bear and I have all the time about DoorDash. Speaking of which, Bear, will you DoorDash me some food? Or do you want to go eat somewhere?
That's a better question, huh?
That's up to you. I don't care. Did you get your food? Are you shitting me? They forgot the chips and the drink and the cookies. Damn. Chips, drink, and the cookies. They basically forgot everything. Huh?
I said, what are you about to go eat?
I don't know.
Must have been Subway, huh?
I think you have to report it to DoorDash, blah, blah, blah. They gave me some credit. I'm getting you a tea and cookies from the McDonald's. You want unsweet? Freaking morons. I'm okay, babe. I have a bottle of water. Oh, that's it. I'm okay, babe. I'm okay, baby. I have bottled water. I gotta spend 12 to get free to blah, 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 blah. And that's just some damn DoorDash shit. But again, that's after you mentioned being sore and the bruise on your arm that you weren't worried about because you bruise easily. I mean, the man's ordered you some damn food.
I'll take you down.
GOP quit. I'm going to remove your
That wasn't me, dude.
Well, then who brought her up?
Hold on, fuck no. I asked her.
I didn't bring her up. Bear didn't bring her up. Did you bring her up, Bear?
I didn't bring her up either.
Auto join ain't on.
Dude, I swear to God, I didn't bring that lady up.
Either way.
That was me. She requested, see?
Okay. All right. So either way, you've had the conversation about the bruise on your arm, and you've said I bruise easily, and you're not worried about it, blah, 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 and all that good shit. And y'all talk about food. And this is early on. This is like what? 4 or 5 days later, 5 days later that you're mentioning the bruise. So I would love to know when when did you figure out that you had gotten raped, Courtney? When exactly did Courtney just let you know that you had been raped? Or not Courtney, but Brittany? Because I feel like that's what happened. Anybody? When Brittany Ann got in her head, yeah, I think Brittany Ann is the one that influenced you. But seriously,
And if she had blood thinner, she would have bruised immediately too.
normally I would get offended. Normally I would get offended when somebody comes in and says, "Are you body shaming a victim?" Or I wouldn't get offended, but I would take time to address it. But I don't even feel like at this point, I feel like you did some seriously devious shit. Like, I feel like Courtney did some seriously devious shit at the behest of Brittany Ann. So I don't feel sorry for you. I don't give a fuck if people think that I'm being an asshole to you or body shaming a victim. I feel like you literally tried to fuck that man up. And what's really bad is you didn't even do it like to get some type of justice for yourself in real life. You literally just did it to fuck him up on TikTok. If you think about it, you knew good and damn well that man didn't grape you. You knew good and damn well that he was never going to be charged. You and Brittany did all this just to fuck that man up on TikTok. That's all this was about. It was about catering to Brittany Ann. Coco, you probably, like, how many followers does she have?
Not that many.
She doesn't have 11,000,
Hey,
does
y'all
she?
like? I got a question. Do y'all like Cuban food?
I've eaten Cuban food once. Why are you changing the subject?
I was just about to give me some Cuban food.
I don't like it. I mean, it's all right.
Like 18,000. Like 18,000, I think.
Okay. So how many did she have before she did this shit? Because, I hate to keep bringing up the similarities between Sabrina and Courtney and Brittany Ann and all that, but Sabrina didn't have any fucking followers until she started coming after me, attacking me, and JPK pushed everybody to go follow her. She was basically non-existent on TikTok. It would be hilarious if, like, Courtney had like maybe 7,000 followers back then. She just happened to pick up 11,000 because that's literally what Sabrina picked up for attacking somebody on TikTok. You understand that, right, Craig? They weren't trying. They knew they wasn't going to be able to get you in real life. They literally just wanted to fuck you up on TikTok.
Before I forget, Jasmine said at 2 hours and 15 minutes is the Civil War.
Really? Now that's some fucking information right there. Y'all listen to this shit. Son of a bitch. That's worth changing the subject over. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
100% of the time.
Can I ask everyone's opinion on something? If someone tells you something, okay, and you do not verify this information, and you just run with it, like say, I don't know, Heather likes women, okay, and you don't verify it, you just run with it, and then come to find out it's not true. Isn't that still you told a lie?
No. Are you talking about in the legal terms, like as far as defamation?
No, I'm not talking legal terms. I'm talking like in terms of what a lie is. If you are just running around saying things that you don't verify, and your defense is that somebody else told you it.
Especially when there's opposition to that story or facts.
If you know that there is a chance that it is not true, or that there is information out there that goes against what it is, then yes, absolutely.
If you're stating it as fact and you don't know it to be fact, it is in fact a lie.
Well, I'm trying to figure out if the way that I said something was correct, because Laura came at me, didn't come at me. We had a conversation 2 nights ago where she said that people on this side still think that she's a liar. And I was very nice. I thought I was. And I said, well, Laura, you have to remember that when people are hearing you say things like about Tracy or her kids, or like Brittany Ann doesn't have custody of her daughter, or her license, or all these crazy things, even if you didn't mean harm, if they heard you say these things that they know in fact are not true, they're going to think you're a liar.
To be fair, the other side thinks she's a liar too.
Yeah. I don't know why it matters to her so much. That's kind of weird.
I don't know either. I didn't even say it mean. Like, I am being 100% honest. I swear to my kids, I didn't mean anything mean of it. I was just explaining why people would think that you're a liar if you're doing something like that. And she has come at me for like 2 days and like DMs and comments and lives that she's not a liar. How dare I call her a liar? And she set a boundary with me now. I'm so confused what I did wrong.
Oh, well, I guess help her enforce her boundary. Then that's all I can tell you. I don't necessarily think that it's wrong to call. I mean, you can call anybody whatever you want. You know what I mean?
That's a good clip to have, but aren't we passed 2 hours and 15 minutes, so it's not there. What time zone are you in, Jen? Jasmine. Maybe it's an hour and 15 minutes.
The shit that he said. Shit. That's how Shell was in them, but really, according
Yeah, text it to me. We're going to go get something to eat. GOP, Augie, when do y'all want to go live next?
Shit. I can't for 3 days.
Are you doing your lives, though, every day?
I can't. Because I can't handle one in my box. But yeah, so I did it yesterday, and then I'm going to do it today, and then I got to do it one more day.
All right.
So I told you I was getting some Cuban food, though.
All right. So we're going to go get something to eat. We're going to come back later. Y'all can, Brittany, Sam, y'all can do all the fucking 8-hour-long lives y'all want to do trying to recap this past year. But we can basically debunk all that shit y'all are talking in less than 15, 20 minutes just by looking at the fucking text messages. Y'all want to use all this extra shit on Craig because you know you don't have what you actually want, and that's that he raped Courtney. And it's not hard to go back and look at that situation and know that that's not what happened. And that's why y'all keep dragging all this extra shit into it. Y'all keep talking about damn pew-pew charges and shit like that because y'all know the original accusation that you made, you never had. You never had that to accuse him of. Y'all ought to be... Look, I don't know if Brittany should be ashamed of herself because I don't think that bitch has any shame. But Courtney, you ought to be fucking ashamed of yourself. Unless you were like it was planned from the get-go. That's still up in the air. But if you literally went on a date with a guy, were in a relationship with that guy, and then totally fucking attacked that guy just just because you were being harassed because you didn't want your reputation ruined, then you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, Heather, I'll read the I'll read the thing to you. It says, a sweeping romantic epic of three brothers, their father, and the beautiful, compelling young woman who irrevocably changes each of their lives.
Yes, it is such.
Oh, but he looks
fast, but
so
it's
hot
got
on that
so many.
horse, though.
Yeah, but it's got so many fascinating historical. Just the way that they did the whole movie in that time period.
Okay, what is it?
I'll watch it.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
watch
be
it
like,
tomorrow, I'm still recovering, so I will watch it tomorrow.
yeah, because it was during the war.
You know, so I'll watch it before her.
Yes, back in the 1900s. I think it was the Civil War, maybe.
No one ruin it. No one spoil it. Don't.
I love that for you, Sam. I love that for you. It's back during the war, the 1900s. I think the Civil War. Thank you, Jasmine. You can be my new records keeper. All right, we're going to eat. You want to go eat Mexican? Olive Garden? What are we going to eat?
I don't know.
Are you ready?
I'm putting clothes on now.
All right, we'll be back later. Hopefully somebody else will be live and we can join theirs. Love y'all.